Hello everybody and welcome to the Idle Heroes 10-Star Cup. If you don't know what this is a tournament series where we bring together loads of people in the community to fight with 10-star heroes in Idle Heroes. We're not with Smeegs today. This time we are with one of my moderators, Afflicted. Say hello, Afflicted.
Hello.
Yeah, you might know him better as Big Noah, one of the leaders of Utopia, one of the Android guilds. Is there anything you want to tell everyone about yourself before we get started so they can feel a bit closer to you before we go? Because I know I'm a familiar face, but you're a strange face for them. So anything you want to say or do?
No, if you want to roast me in chat, go ahead. I can take it. All fun and games.
Very nice. That's actually one funny thing. I didn't know what Afflicted looked like until yesterday. I was like, bro, what if he's strange? But no, he's just he's like a young Santa. It's lovely. So it's good to have you in.
OMG, that is Afflicted. Big Noah's a beautiful man. Thank you guys. I appreciate that. You don't have to lie in my face.
He's a handsome guy. So today, if you don't know what's going down, we have a bunch of people who have built together teams of 10-star heroes. The rules for this tournament are fairly simple. You're not allowed to use most of the stuff in the Void, and you can only use one of each exclusive artifact on your team and one of each hero on your team. And the highest you can build a hero to is 10-star. So basically, we have a group of people, and for today, the goal is to get ourselves a top 8. And tomorrow, we'll be going in and seeing how that top 8 fare in what will eventually result in the winner of the tournament. So hopefully we can get a bracket put in chat so that you guys can follow the link and see for yourselves who is fighting who. But for now, let me bring you the bracket up on screen so that you guys can see it for yourselves. So here we have the bracket for today. Introducing on our first batch, it's going to be Tyke versus Badovski Daniels in round 1, followed by Nex and Flamen, then IHXC Noob against Brad, and finally the Fate and Verdikus. That'll take us into round 2, where our top seeds will then go and face the winners of that and go ahead and fight for a place in the top 8. At that point, we then come back tomorrow, and it's a double elimination tournament, which means you can lose not once, but twice to be kicked out the tournament. So you kind of have a free life, and eventually we'll go ahead and see who wins. There's a lot of different stuff expected for the tournament, several different teams. Any heroes that you think are going to shine today based on what happened in the last tournament, Afflicted, or just based on your own hunches of how the meta's developed over the last few months?
From what I've seen in the last one, obviously, Holmes, Young, Rogan were very crucial in this. So I going to see a lot of those, and I just want to see if anybody has made a team to counter that, or if they just joined it to try to beat them at their own game.
Yeah, it's either a counter the meta, or if you can't counter it, join them. It's, if you can't beat them, join them kind of theory.
Yep.
So that's good fun. So yeah, no, I'm expecting to see a lot of Holmes Young. Holmes Young is very fast. His CC is terrifying, and also he slows down opponents, so he kind of gives you a good bit of everything. And in PvP, speed is everything, especially because as a defender, you're going to lose speed ties. So anything you can do as a defender to claim a win is really important. And that actually brings us to one of our other rules, is you have to get a defensive win to win the fight. So it's first to 3 wins with a defensive win. So basically, if 2 people keeps winning on attack, it's the first one to get a defensive win gets the win of the round. So if that happens and we keep getting winners of attack and it ends up with 9 wins either side with no defensive win at all, both players get a loss because they've failed to win defensively, which is the most important thing in PvP because the attacker advantage is really strong. That said, I don't know if you saw the last tournament, Afflicted, where someone managed to get a defensive win by default, because defender advantage is if both teams die.
Yeah, I'm excited if we see any more of those, because those are my favorite to see.
And I think we will. I think we'll see that more than last time, because Azrael exists. And Azrael takes down a hero when he dies. So if it's like a carry Azrael 1v1 fight to the death, we could see a lot of that. So that'll be pretty fun.
He's definitely going to enhance the death passive teams for sure. And I'm just excited to see how he fits into that.
Yeah. Like, I'm hoping Moptosh is bringing something like that, or even just more Mim teams. Like, Mim was pretty cool. Although Garuda counters it nicely, so we just got to see what people bring. So might as well take a look at the first lineup then, which is going to be Tyke versus Badovski Daniels, so we can start talking about these first teams and then, of course, get ourselves into the fight. So, matchup 1 brings together an Eloise and a Saja on the front line from Tyke, with a Nakia, Gloria, Freya, and Garuda on the back line. And Badovski Daniels is bringing Karma, which is pretty bold, with a Waldeck, an Annabelle, a Tix, Olivia, and a Gloria. One thing you'll notice from the battle cards, which is different from last time, is you can actually see their stones now and what level they are, and we have symbols signifying what each one is. There may be a bit of confusion for the different symbols, but just so you know, the upwards arrow we're using today for crit, and the diagonal arrow is attack, and then the various symbols should be explanatory, like a heart is HP, a boot is speed, and some other ones might come up that might confuse you, but hopefully they will follow your intuition. But yeah, anything you're seeing from that Afflicted that's jumping out to you as an interesting thing for this matchup?
I like the try at Olivia and Gloria, because those are fun to see, and the Annabelle there is really gonna be fun to see against someone who's not running Rogan, because if they're running Rogan, they don't do anything against them. But in speed battles, without a Rogan, it can go to any person. So I'm excited to see them run free without having to face that speed difference.
Yeah, that's actually one important thing. Both of these teams don't have Rogan, so it's kind of like they've done a gentleman's agreement for this first round of, let's not run Rogan. But yeah, you mentioned like Olivia and Annabelle, because of course if Annabelle goes off, that's your active skill screwed, and if Olivia survives at the end of the round, that speed swap could be interesting. I'm seeing, I think the 2 powerhouse heroes we need to watch out for in this fight is probably going to be Badovski Daniels Tix with an energy artifact. Although the stone doesn't look that great, it is a HP stone on a Tix, which is a bit weird. And we've got I think, that Garuda, if it pops from Tyke, and it's a speed Garuda as well, which means it's going to go earlier than you'd expect, could be pretty good. And it's weirdly 2-2 split, which is interesting. So there's a mix of aggression and crit, and then some attack from the Magic Stone Sword. It's fascinating.
That Magic Stone Sword is going to be fun to see how that works on her.
Yeah. And then I think the weirdest one I'm seeing is that frontline Saja, which is a great place to put her. Melodic strings, great artifact, but the armor's only 4-star armor. So that might work against them. So I have no idea who's going to win this fight. They're 2 crazy teams. Nakia is going to help with speed, so is Olivia. It could go either way.
They got such like diverse teams with how they work. It's going to be crazy to see how these heroes work together in their teams.
Yeah. Although Tyke definitely does have the advantage. He has Soulstone 3s, so I think when you look at the stones, that's a big comparative difference. And I think they're seeing in chat as well, people guessing that's what's going to make the difference here. And I'm curious, Karma versus Olivia as well. It's really weird slot 1 picks. Yeah. So maybe not Olivia, sorry, Eloise.
Eloise,
it should be a fun one. So yeah. Any final thoughts before we jump in, or should we just go ahead and see what happens?
I think we just need to see what happens with teams like this. Like, it's hard to do anything with it.
Okie dokie. Right, I'm gonna have to line this one up. By the way, Scribe is in voice chat with us right now. Scribe, can you confirm that these accounts are ready to go with their teams set up and good for us? Of course, if they don't have preset lineups, I'll just put the heroes in.
Yeah, everything should be good.
All right, let's go. Round 1 then. Bring it on. First fight of the tournament. I am excited. And yeah, let's get this ball rolling. So let's go ahead and take a look at the first account. So, of course, Tyke is going to be running Eloise with Saja. And then the next one was Nakia with their Gloria, followed by Freya and Garuda. The monster of choice was a dragon. Rule for this tournament, by the way, monsters must be leveled up to 120, not 180, so it's a little easier for people to build them, and a little more balanced, because monsters give some crazy stats. So, yeah, let's go send it in. See how this first one goes.
Excited to see what this Freya can do against somebody that's not running a Rogan.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, dear. So, who's first to go? Oh, it's the Annabelle.
Annabelle.
And Eloise counters, but the heal. Wow. Okay.
Wow. No. Oh, we got Annabelle stunned.
Yeah, that's really good. That means she's not going to get that active skill off.
I'm
Sarja.
not stunned.
But Waldek's dead. Watch Waldek's end of round damage. If that comes into play, that could be really good. But then again, Garuda will probably heal through it and clean up.
Yeah.
That's my expectation here. Gloria is stunned.
They're all stunned. They're all stunned.
Yeah, so that's... Wait, this is a Gloria mirror match. Oh my god, I just realized. Wow.
They get stunned until Garuda could just explode them. That's dirty.
Yeah, that's really
dirty.
good to see. And Gloria with the most damage. I know there's some Gloria fanboys out there, so that's pretty exciting to see. So that's going to be a win for Tyke for the first round. That's very interesting. I did not expect that we get such interesting teams for round one. Anything you can take away from that fight?
That Olivia, Karma, nobody got to do anything really. The only person that did anything was Waldek, and that was because he died. So
Yeah.
like that was just a crazy stunned round there. There was nothing he could do about it.
Yeah, absolutely. So if we go in again, just got to see if maybe there's hope for Badovski Daniels. I don't know. So let's go ahead. Watch the fight here. Here we go. This is now going to be Tyke on the defensive with Badovski Daniels on the attack.
Annabelle goes first again,
Yep, same thing. That basic attack.
Looks like same speed order.
Yeah, of course. And the Eloise counter-attacking, although healing through it, which is not bad. Although already, look at the amount of damage they've taken. That Sarja then cleans up. Annabelle's dead.
Oh my gosh. 3 people dead in 1 attack.
Yeah, that's the beautiful thing about Sarja's Mesmerize. It can hit 3 people, sometimes even 4. It's crazy. Freya's getting involved. Shields up on the Freya. That's nice. Eloise doing something. Okay.
Okay, let's go, Eloise.
And there's Garuda.
Garuda cleans up.
Yeah, beautiful. So there you go, folks. That is going to be another win there for
Gloria
Tyke.
again.
Yeah. Look, she's good, it
We're
seems.
fueling the fanboys with this fight. Oh, no. This is great.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's going to be a defensive win for Tyke, putting him at 2-0. I have a very strong feeling that Tyke is going to get a sweep here, and it's going to result in a 3-0. But of course, let's not get too doubtful of Badovski Daniels, but of course, we may have to be. And as you can see, there is now
could happen in a fight like this.
Potentially, although it's looking pretty decisive on the speed order so far. I will say with Tyke, you can see now there's a glowing ring around his number for his score. That means he's managed to get a defensive win. So now it all comes down to the final attack here. And yeah, just best of luck to you, Tyke, to see if you can get that 3-0 sweep, because that is going to look favorably in your performance for the rounds ahead. So here we go, folks. Let's bring it in for the final attack of this round. I'm imagining if Tyke can get the win here. Let's see. And this is interesting. I will say it's the first Eloise team I think we've seen in a while.
Yeah.
Okay, so Eloise cracks back. Damage from Gloria. All expected. Oh my word. And that's Sarja.
Stunned.
Yeah, watch this Sarja now, folks. There's the damage.
Just Annabelle stunned right after that. That just feels bad.
Yeah, there's some good stun here. Gloria stuns, Sarja stuns. It's a great team. And then the Garuda hopefully going to clean up with an active in round 2, assuming that nothing else is going to come in and disrupt. Bro, it might not even come to it. Holy moly.
Yeah. Freya actually getting some attacks in there, and Garuda cleans it up.
Yeah, there you go. Fastest hero on the team, it seems. Mad. And there you go. Yeah. That is going to be straight up an easy 3-0 sweep for Tyke. Well played. Absolutely well played. So that is perfectly done. A very simple execution. And if you're wondering, these teams will begin to tighten up as we get deeper into the tournament, but we have a lot of newcomers this time around, so a lot of people experimenting with new heroes, new teams. Maybe they haven't quite got the stones. So don't be surprised to see some 3-0 sweeps. But yeah, you never know. We could be seeing these people coming back in the future. So Badovski Daniels, it was a pleasure having you enter the tournament. Do come back next time, but that is your elimination for today, and Tyke moves through to the next round. So yeah, good things, good stuff. Afflicted, if you were going to bring if you were going to bring a team to this tournament, what would you bring? If you could have like your ideal heroes.
So I have been thinking about this lately, and I definitely want Holmes, Rogan, Fiona, probably Unimax for sure, and then maybe a carry, and then some other fill that works well with that team. But those are the main ones that I would definitely want to put together.
Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think Holmes is definitely an easy pick. One thing I want to see people run more of is Waldeck. Even though Waldeck didn't do too much in that last fight, I've seen some really well-tuned Waldecks. And I'm not even bringing a Waldeck myself, but I keep wanting to, but I'm like, I can't.
I think you have to have the right setup to make him work the way he needs to work.
Oh yeah, for sure. So there are a lot of variables here that come into play. Now, the next round is going to be Nex against, if I remember correctly, Flamen, which should be interesting. So I just need to get those folks up so we can go ahead and have a chat about their teams. But yeah, things should be pretty steady. Folks, if you're wondering why the transition between teams is taking as long as it is, we have to edit all the images here live in real time. Or at least I say we. I do. So yeah, a little bit of a forgiveness on my end as those things get adjusted and changed. But yeah, so it's Nex versus Flamen. Cool.
Flamen.
There we go. Oh, wow. Wow, you're going to love this. These teams look absolutely spicy. So yeah, get a load of this, folks. Let me know what you think, Afflicted. Here we have Nex's team, which is bringing HomesYoung, Saja, Garuda, and Tix alongside a Rogan and a Unimax. That is a fun lineup. And we have Flamen, who's bringing Gustin, HomesYoung, Delacium, Faithblade, Fiona, and Mim. Nex has the advantage on stones and on armor and arguably artifacts as well. I think there's a lot of things to talk about here. So yeah, one thing I'll say before I give Afflicted the chance to take over, that HomesYoung from Nex and from Flamen, neither of them are running energy, and we kind of figured out in the tournament last time, energy HomesYoung was far superior to speed HomesYoung, or any other artifact for that matter, because getting that round 1 dove, crucial. So it's a talking point there. But yeah, let me know what you think of these teams, Afflicted.
I think you bring up a good point with neither Holmes running that energy, because his active is just so important to get off quickly as possible. And looking at it, that I still don't like this Gust and Fiona combo. I don't think he can pull it off with this, but if his Delacium can pop off, I think he could get a good shot at this with that.
That's very true. We were taking a look at some of these teams last night, me and Afflicted, before we got started, and one thing we discussed was Fiona with Gustin. It is a very strange decision because Gustin wants to get hurt to trigger his ability to deal damage back at opponents, but Fiona puts up shields, so that prevents Gustin's health from going down because the shield takes the damage. So it results in just -0 damage, even though the shield is taking the hit. So unfortunately, they don't synergize. It's like complete counter synergy. So I find that a very, I would say, I think that's one that needs to go back to the drawing board before we get started. That's definitely something that Flamen, you're going to want to probably think about when you try and refine this team, because straight up Gustin with Fiona seems very counter synergistic. And I think there's so many other heroes you could pick instead of Gustin if you want this kind of defensive team that locks in, because anything that can keep that Delacium alive, Delacium does a surprising amount of damage. His active skill hits. So
yeah,
and he's even speed crit here with a melodic strings. Like that's damage right there, right?
Yeah, that's a lot of damage.
Yeah, he's just slow. And that's the funny thing. Even with speed and his base 12-18 speed, he's still slow compared to a lot of the assassins we have. And honestly, if you just swapped out the Gustin for a Rogan, we'd have been there.
Yeah.
Like,
I think this team would be amazing if that was a Rogan instead of the Gustin, because now he's facing a Rogan with a counter synergy on his own side. So
yeah. That's gonna hurt. That's all I'm gonna say. So yeah, next, I love this team. It's really well built. We've got Unimax, who I think is one of the big Ruby Scepter heroes. It's great to see that he's got that. So Taunt is huge in this tournament. And a lot of people are walking into Taunt because they're either putting Holmes Youngs on the back line. Flamen is running Faithblade on the back line. The Delasium, his big damage dealer, on the back line. Like, you are just asking for trouble. And Unimax is there to take it. Like, he's speed HP Ruby Scepter. That is a chunky boy. The only thing that would have made him better, I think, would be a 2-2 split, but the Warrior Armor gives us a bit more damage, so I guess it depends what you want really as a player. But yeah, it's nice. It's very nice.
Yeah.
And I find it surprising as well. Melodic Strings Tyx and a Demon Bell Sarja. I would have put that the other way around, I think.
Yeah,
because
I agree.
Sarja is faster, so I want that damage quicker, and I want to kill quicker. So, yeah. And actually, there's an interesting point raised by Seoul in chat. He said that we have a Griffin from Flamen, which is interesting. If that goes, that's great. True. The speed debuff.
Yeah.
But no Rogan.
But why are you running the speed debuff without a Rogan? That's that you're fighting a battle that you can't win no matter what you do.
Yeah,
you need that Rogan on that team to make that pet work.
Yeah. So we've just got to go and see what's happening. I feel like we're being very critical.
Excited to see how it works before we say anything definitive.
Yeah. So let's go see how this one plays out. So Nex is going to be our aggressor against Flamen. So yeah, let's just take this one to the fight. I'm excited, and yeah, let's bring it in. So round one. Nex is our attacker. Flamen is the defender. Here we go. Bring it in. So there's that Unimax, and not even going. Has the Unimax even moved yet? No, he's just standing there.
No.
There it is. Oh, because Holmes, of course, is fast. It's a speed Holmes with an AMB.
Yeah, it's a speed Holmes.
Yeah. There's the Sarja. Ooh.
Faithblade's gone.
Yeah, and that
Gustin's stunned.
Rogan is eating up the Soul Curse, which is perfect. That's exactly what Nex wants.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Tyx doing what?
Annihilated.
Yeah, that's what he does. Tyx is a beast. We found that last time as well. Like, Tyx's active skill hits like a truck. And the one thing Tyx is weak to is faster heroes. And this team does not have that. So
this is a perfect matchup for Tyx and Rogan here.
Oh, yeah. This is absolutely brilliant. So that's going to be a straight-up win for Nex as the attacker. Absolutely fantastic. Well played, Nex. That was really, really clean. And let's go and see how Flamen does as our defender now against Nex, who will be our attacker. So, yeah, anything you want to say about that fight, Afflicted?
I like what he's doing with the Rogan on his team, but I just think what would make it better is having energy on that Holmes. I know it's in a decisive win like that, it's bad to criticize, but honestly, you could make that team better with a energy Holmes, I think. For sure. Yes,
absolutely. So, yeah, we've just got to see. Either way, it's now Flamen who's going to be the attacker, which is going to give Nex that glow around his number if he gets the defensive win here. So let's see what happens. Here we go. So again, you're watching for the Holmes Young to move first. He does. Garuda joins in. Oh, it's Garuda and Holmes together, I've just realized. So both are attacking. That's big, because, of course, Garuda and Holmes both join in. That's a lot of damage. Faithblade dropped. I think that's another oversight there from Flamen. Faithblade is his lowest HP hero.
Yeah, that's really bad for that.
Yeah. The Mim, though, could do something here, but then Garuda just counters Mim so beautifully and doesn't even get a chance.
Just cleans up again. This is an insane team from Nex here.
Yeah,
I like this team.
It is absolutely fantastic. So, yeah, well played to Nex. Really good. And wait, Nex has a frame? Oh, my word.
Oh.
That is a really good point. Does this frame give stats?
Against the rules.
That is straight up. Yeah.
What frame is that? Yeah, all frames give stats, don't they?
They do. They do indeed. So I'm actually going to check the account now, because that could be...
That's a...
Oh.
What?
That's Nex as the defender. So 1 second, chat. We are going to move things across. That is a really good point. The rules specifically state you are not allowed to use a frame. unless the frame does not give stats, which would be one of the older frames.
Interdimensional arena one, I think.
I will apologize. That's my fault for not checking.
Okay.
I will double check that before the future fights.
Okay. So we're gonna have to run this round back again.
That gives 12 HP.
That's
12%
massive.
HP and 4% attack.
Yep.
At max level.
Okay, in that case, yeah, we're going to have to run that one back, and that could change things. That is very interesting. So yeah, there's a little rule for folks out there. You can't run frames, because that 12% HP is huge. Like, that is nothing. So yeah, that's nothing to, pretend isn't there.
That got past us. I wasn't even paying attention to their frame.
Yeah, I was focused on the heroes. So actually, Nex's little win there should be a 0, and we're going to go back in with Nex as the attacker without a frame this time. So I am removing the frame.
Need to make sure the frame isn't there, or that it's not hidden,
Yes.
Sneaky people in here.
Yeah, people do hide frames. And I will reset the defensive lineup as well. So without the frame. There we go.
So was that frame was on when he attacked too, right? So that first attack was void, basically.
Yeah, so a little tip for you guys, if you're bringing a team to this, just don't wear your frames. It makes life easier for us. And yeah, we're just going to go in again for the first fight. So yeah, everything you just saw is done. Yeah, disqualification is too harsh. It is just a rerun we have to do. It
could have been a mistake. You could have been using it to get stuff going, and he just forgot to take it off. Yeah,
this is our fault, not Nex's fault at all. So yeah, here we go. We're running it back. Nex as the attacker, this time without a frame. Let's see if this makes any difference. So yeah, here we are. So once again, here's the homes. And yeah, maybe this damage is going to be a little bit more balanced now.
Yeah.
It feels
it. The shield on Gus, and so now he's actually getting his pings off here.
For sure. And they don't have a 12% HP buff anymore. Still cutting in, though. That's Sarja.
Oh.
Very nice.
Elysium's taunted.
Yeah, well, that's bad news.
Useless.
Oh, Tix.
Oh my, the Tix he says, I don't need no frame. Yeah. I don't need no frame to explode everybody. I'm the real one. You don't play around.
Yep, so there you go. That is going to be an aggressive win for Nex. So now we are back to where we were before. Okay, perfect. So 1 win for Nex. Perfect. All right, so yeah, still, you're right. That Tix, still, even without the frame, Tix is a good hero. Definitely a great one. Now, I am going to, real quick, I'm going to have to log in and log out of Flamen's account so it resets his friends list. 1 second. Because I believe the frame will still be registered on his friend until I do that.
I'm pretty sure. Better play safe than sorry.
Absolutely.
If that Tix is fast, he's pretty unstoppable. He clears up pretty well too.
Yeah. So the frame is being displayed on the friends list, but I don't know.
Did you reset his friends list?
I did.
Account?
I reset the lineup. So I don't know how that's going to work.
Maybe you need to switch servers on Nex's account and then reset it.
I could
possibly.
Yeah. Let me do it.
I'm not sure. I've never had to take off a frame.
Yeah, this is one of the weird things. If you're wearing the frame like for a long period of time, and then you set your defensive lineup, it can save in. So, yeah, I mean it's an easy oversight from Nex, but it has kind of slowed things down a little bit. But yeah, and Denny putting an interesting suggestion in chat saying instead of that Gustin, you could run a suicide wall deck, which is pretty fun. So a lot of heroes that could be added there by Flamen. Now, if I redo the friends list, once again, I'm just going to completely switch servers again, switch back in.
Hope this works.
Yeah, there we go. It's removed.
Yeah, there we go. It's gone.
Okay, yep. So you'll see at the end of this fight now.
Yeah, it's a visual bug, but we'd rather have no, just in case.
Yep, so yeah.
Get it off of there.
Exactly. So even with a visual bug, it's just like, yeah, we don't want any any assumptions that things are
Any
not fair.
doubts or anything like that. Yeah.
Another thing is skins as well, guys. Like, skins is something that people can forget that they've hidden or try to hide to cheat. There's a lot of dodgy things people can do, but hey, at least we got that one covered. Here we go again with fight 2 with Unimax on the defensive with Nex. So let's see how this one works out this time. Shields are up from Fiona. The taunt on the Delacian Faithblade.
Yeah, that's a good taunt right there.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I think then again, Sarge is just killing the ones that got hit. So come on, Mim, do something. I want to see a fair fight.
It's just like, I'm taking a vacation this round.
Yeah. Then again, we've got to see this Ticks active. There's 4 opponents left. That's how many Ticks hits.
And
Mim.
Mim, not enough damage there.
Nope.
Just
HomesYoung joins in.
Get enveloped.
Yep. Gets the kill. Ticks.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, 11 million, man. He's a good hero.
Ticks is insane.
Yeah, absolutely insane. Fantastic job. Really clean. And that's going to be our second win there for Nex and a defensive win as well. So yeah, really well done, Nex. It's going to be 2 wins for you. So Nex can potentially clean up. We could get another 3-0 here. So we'll bring in on Nex's account. Go ahead and attack against Flame. And see if that Ticks will repeat the same thing once more with a clean sweep. And yeah, we could see a lot of this in round 1, actually, because there is a weird disproportionate, I don't want to say skill level, but I mean, you can see the stones aren't the same. Here's like armor isn't the same because people just haven't been playing as long. Some people only started these accounts up maybe like 2 months ago, and they're still trying to establish themselves.
Yeah, it takes a long time to get the dust you need to make those stones. So
yeah, that is the hardest part about building one of these accounts, that's for sure. So here we go. We've got Nex as the aggressor coming in for his potential 3rd win now. Let's see how this one plays out.
It's weird to see them go before Unimax.
I know, right? You just assume Unimax goes first.
Yeah.
That's it. We're so used to seeing speed, HP, Receptor maxes. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, Mim is dead.
And the Mim's gone immediately.
Yeah, I want to see this Ticks. Come on, get the blowout Ticks. Everyone's going to die. Let's go.
Gustin's on Ticks, but it doesn't matter.
No.
Oh my gosh.
The horrify on the homes, the disrespect.
Just to add an insult to injury right there. That is just disrespectful.
Yeah. There it is. Wow.
Oh my gosh. I think Gustin got 1 ping off that entire fight there.
Yeah.
That was
Garuda healing
insane.
that load of damage she took. Like overheals are insane. The damage,
yeah.
I feel bad. But Next, that is a good team. You are definitely one to watch going forwards. Really, really well done. That's going to be 3 victories for you, putting you easily through to the next round, which brings us to our 3rd matchup of the tournament, which is going to be IHXC Noob. Very bold name there, potentially putting themselves up for a potential straight loss versus Brad. Now, Brad is a whale. He's a big old spender. Now, I don't know if his IHXC account is the same as that, if he's going to be whaling on this, but we know that spenders typically do quite well in this because they either dig up an old account that already has the guild tech and the dust, so it's like, right, let's put something together, or they go, you know what? I'm just going to build every 10-star I can and experiment, which is what we like to encourage here. Not necessarily the spending, but experimentation. Yeah, we don't encourage broken bank accounts. That said, though, Afflicted, you've never wailed on this game, have you?
No. What? Me? What are you talking about?
Yeah.
No.
Do you want to let everyone know about your recent investment?
Well, I might have bought an A-tier Vesa for 65,000 star gems, but that's not a big deal, right?
No, not at all. You could sell it for the same price, right? It's an investment.
Yeah. It's definitely no. I was just greedy. I just wanted it.
Yeah, we agreed we'd wait for VIP events and slowly hoard starry gems.
Impatient, okay.
Dude, you got impatient. Holiday season starts next week. The big time to spend. You couldn't even wait a week.
It's not gonna affect me, okay? I can still do it. It's just, I'll do it with an A tier.
Oh, bro, brilliant. And Brad say he didn't wail too much. Well, let's go. Ooh, whoa. Look at these teams. I think this is going to be our first very interesting matchup. It's almost a mirror match. We have Unimax slot 1, Receptor, speed from both players. We have HXJUMP at the front from Brad with speed HP. Love that choice. But Melodic Strings is interesting. I remember like finally critiquing Brad's team. I would have put the Snow Heart on the HXJUMP to give him 40% control immunity. But that's just me. Maybe you want an aggressive Holmes. But that said, who else is going to wear the Melodic Strings? Looking at Brad's team, it could have been the wall deck, in all fairness. That could have been the choice, and then put the Magic Source on the Rogan. But overall, really well-built team. You've got the speed debuff from Nakia, the speed boost from the Rogan, wall deck with the death passive. Aspen, love to see it. That's a hero.
I'm excited to see him with the Punisher staff.
Yeah. Aspen made it through to the finals, actually, funnily enough, in the last tournament. He is not a hero to doubt. Like, if he comes in, he hits. And that's a speed crit with a Punisher. That's a big boy. And yeah, a lot of good disruption. So we've got Holmes for the CC, we've got the wall deck for the death stuff, Aspen to clean up. Yeah, really nice team. But then looking at IHXC Noob, you can see we've got so many good classic heroes. We've got the Energy Holmes, we've got Garuda, we've got Rogan, we've got the Unimax again, we've got the Ticks with the energy, and then, interestingly, an Energy Azrael. And that's our first resurrection hero for this matchup. And I think that could make a difference if it's literally coming down to the final rounds. Very fun. Very, very fun.
Besides the Ticks dying and Garuda, I feel like Azrael seems kind of out of place in this team, but I could be totally wrong and it could just destroy. So
it's interesting. It could just be a counter for carries. Like,
yeah, that's true.
But then why not just run your own carry? That's the weird thing. Like, you start thinking about that stuff. Maybe he's here to die and resurrect to heal the Garuda. Maybe that's the strat.
Yeah, that could be. Keep that Garuda pumping.
Yeah. And one thing about the Garuda, she's wearing an Echo of Death. Now, Punisher would have been the better pick here, but of course, sometimes you have to prioritize certain artifacts, and I would have definitely prioritized the 4 you've gone for, which is Demon Bell, Melodic Strings, Receptor, and Snowheart. They are the key artifacts. So yeah, just using what you had left actually puts together a decent lineup. I think IHXC Noob is underselling himself. I think it's a unfair name for himself, and I'm curious which person in the community actually decided to call themselves that as well. It could be anyone. It could be Soul's dad. Who knows?
Oh my gosh, the sleeper contestant.
Yeah. Either way, absolutely brilliant. So this should be really good. And as well, the HXJUMP mirror match. Both running Rogan, and the one thing that's going to decide this matchup, I think, is going to be Brad's choice of running Nakia, and Noob's oversight of putting his HXJUMP on the back line. Nakia will slow down on the defense, and I think
that's true.
That could seal the deal. So one tiny slip up there from Noob could potentially send him home today. This could go absolutely either way. I don't know. So yeah, we need to crack in on these accounts and get going. What do you think, Afflicted? Which of these accounts have you got your money on?
I don't know until I see how they go, honestly, because I want to see how the Azrael works with Garuda, but I'm also excited to see this Aspen with the Punisher staff, but also that backline is just going to get slowed down by Nakia, and that could just cause big problems for Noob here, like you said.
For sure. So, yeah. Let's go see how this one plays out.
We're also running dragons, so pets will be the same if they make it to round 3.
Yeah, it's mainly for the buffs, though, I'm imagining, so...
Yeah, I would assume so.
So, yeah, let's go see how this one plays out. So, Brad is our defender, with Noob as the attacker. Let's put this one to the test, with Unimax, Ticks, Azrael, HXJUMP, Garuda, and Rogan in the driving seat.
Easy win for Noob. Let's go.
Brad's defensive team is not up. That's what?
Oh, that's unfortunate. That was a decisive victory there.
Okay, I don't know if I've attacked the wrong Brad. Maybe there's 2 Brad IHXCs, or we need to set Brad's defensive lineup. Oh, that's really funny. Okay, 1 second. We are having technical difficulties with Brad's team. It appears to have transformed into a level 1 Cruise. Oh, dear.
It has evolved into just Cruise.
Yeah, I mean, he's a great hero for this meta, and we haven't seen him yet. I love how chat's like, easy win. Oh, dude.
Easy.
Yep. So we
All right,
are.
so this should be a little better with
Yep.
getting the right team in here.
So I've set the defensive lineup. Now it better work. There we go.
There we go.
Yep.
Cruz got wrecked. Oh.
Okay, so if we shimmy across now,
I
folks.
forgot to set the defensive lineup. You think?
Yeah, just a little bit, Brad. But here we go. So as you can see, here's Brad's defensive lineup, properly there. Now we'll get to see this Nakia in action. I'm expecting to see good things.
We get it.
Watch her slow down the HXJUMP here. That's the key thing you want to watch for. So we begin. Nakia goes first, and the Holmes on the oppressive team is slowed down. Oh!
Oh my gosh, Gru's just gone.
Unimax! Wow! What does he make? What stone is he running? Oh, he's speed attack!
Oh my gosh. Unimax just had a vendetta against Gru there.
Wow!
It's a bit of a different outcome when Brad doesn't just have a Cruz.
That was...
Oh my gosh.
Beautiful.
Let's see what Brad... Wow. That is a strong Unimax.
Yeah.
Where did that come from?
The Nakia slow down. That's fascinating.
Yeah.
Unless Brad's done his monster completely wrong. Scribe, is there anything fishy with Brad's account? But that was crazy.
Not that I know of offhand.
Wow.
That maybe he just got a lucky crit on Garuda.
Maybe.
I've not seen a Garuda get taken down that fast before.
But yeah, the monster's in there. The lineup's in. I'm gonna check armor and things on that preset lineup. It's all right. Yeah, that's all there.
Monster good and all that. I think that Unimax just exploded him.
Yeah, all right. We're going to have to go see what's going on with Brad's account in a second. But either way, that is going to be a defensive win for Brad. That was fantastic. Oh, my word. Really well done, Brad. And
I did not expect that.
No, it might be a guild tech thing in all fairness. It genuinely could be. Guild tech is normally an area where people will struggle. Oh, scrolling through. Absolutely. Yep. I'm looking at IHXC Noob's guild tech now. I'll let you see it on screen as well. This is his guild tech. So he is a little weak. That is one thing that is going to cause you to get absolutely shafted like that. And lose speed, potentially, or even just get killed. So, yeah, it's not Brad.
Guild tech is very important.
Yeah,
this
really is. Guild coins are a very hard resource to establish early on as well. So, yeah, there you go. That's it. And yeah, you maxed out your speed, but you didn't max out anything else, and that's a shame. But that's just the way it goes sometimes. But yeah, so Brad, we're going to go in on his account. And just to double check, we can see if there's anything fishy going on here. I'll let you guys know just for certain. The monster, 120. Nothing wrong with that. It is the dragon, as you can see. Nothing upgraded that shouldn't be. It's all perfectly normal, perfectly sound. And I promise you, his account is going to be juicy. So here we go with Brad now as our attacker. And he's going to go in and attack IHXC Noob, who is down here on the friends list. Let's go put in the team, and let's watch the fight. Here we go. Good luck, Brad. Let's see if you can do that again. Nakia with the slowdown. Oh, the Unimax not killing this time.
gosh.
But the
He
taunt,
did taunt 3 though.
yeah, which is just turning around to Azrael and saying, "Come for me, bro," and that's what you want, man.
Yeah.
The doves. Wow.
Wow.
Oh wow! If this Holmes does go off, it's not even going to matter. He's taunted.
4-man taunt, yeah.
Oh, he's gone.
But it doesn't matter.
Oh, that's it.
That was insane.
Yeah, so this is the crazy thing with this tournament. You've got so many different things you got to think about. Its guild coins are just as important as every other resource, because if you haven't got that guild tech, people like Brad are going to come along and absolutely eat you for breakfast. So, Noob, that was unfortunate. You now have lost twice. You're going to need a comeback victory here against Brad. Can you get it? Let's see it. You're now our attacker once again against Brad. There ain't no level 1 cruise for you to beat this time. Here we go.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And the crazy thing is, the reason for a lot of these teams, in the first season, a lot of people were running only 2 of the same class because of the guild tech problem. So I was using mostly assassins because I was like, look, I can't go across different classes. And that's the horrible thing about Unimax, is he's a warrior.
Yep.
So, you know, we're going to see fights like this where people are trying to use Unimax, but it means they have to stretch into warrior guild tech. I even decided not to do that because I was like, look, he's my only warrior I'm running. I have to sacrifice him and run someone else. Like, I almost brought Unimax to this tournament myself.
Yeah, but without the guild tech, it's bad. And the Garuda doesn't have an HP stone or anything. So she's just squishy.
Yeah, so you can theory craft the best team ever, but then if you haven't got the guild tech for it, you're going to need to go back to the drawing board. So there's a lot of things to think about. People say Idle Heroes is not a game of skill. The IHXC is. It's about resource management and building the best team you can with what you have, rather than just thinking of the best 6 heroes and throwing them all together. It's there's a lot of things to think about, because synergy, artifacts, like, we'd all be running Unimax and Cruise, both of the Receptor if we could, but you're only allowed 1. So you got to make that decision. So yeah, either way, that's our 3rd matchup of today. Another 3-0 sweep, which is crazy to see, which leads us into the final of round, I suppose. This is kind of like a pseudo round 1 to take us down to a 16 man single elimination to take us to a top 8. So yeah, this has gone fairly decisively, which is pretty good. Pretty good. So yeah, our next matchup, if we go ahead and check the bracket, you guys can see it in on chat. Hopefully it's going to be linked in for you guys, so you can see. Moderators will do that for you if you want to keep up. But our next matchup is The Fate and Verdikus. So this should be another good one. So let's get their teams on screen and see what they're running. So yeah, very, very excited to see what's going to go down. Now, Afflicted, if you were to build a team using only 1 class, given that guild tech problem, do you think it would be assassins, or would you try and do something interesting with like rangers or mages or something?
I think if you only could build 1, I think assassin would have to be the best because of that Rogan.
For sure.
If you couldn't use Rogan, I think ranger or mage would be fun to do.
Mate, yeah, because Holmes exists. Like, we've discussed about banning heroes for February. For the February tournament, I think Rogan would have to go if we were going to ban people, and then if Rogan goes, Holmes has to go, because with Rogan gone, then Holmes is now the fastest hero who can slow people down as well, and that's just a bit weird. Yeah, so mad. So yeah, the next matchup is going to be Fate versus Verdikus. So take a look at this one, folks. We'll bring it on screen for you in a moment, and yeah, I am curious to see what you make of this one, my friend. So here we have a Rogan, so that's good to see. That's a good start. And an Aiden. Oh yeah, now we'll talk about him in a second. We've got Carrie, we've got Tix, we've got Waldeck, and Mim. This is a suicide team. Waldeck
right off the bat, this team looks insanely strong.
Yeah. So Aiden gets buffed when heroes die, and then attacks when he dies. So he's like Mim, but instead of like doing damage, he stockpiles and stockpiles and stockpiles, but he's like a Garuda with a kill switch. So it's like he's buffing and buffing and buffing himself, but then you just have to kill him and he just pops, and he does a colossal amount of damage. Like, Aiden is one to watch. I am shocked that this is the first time we've seen him, but I'm so excited at the same time. Waldeck does damage over time from the dead. Tix does damage when he's dead, and if that ghost pops, tons of damage. Carrie is going to be dying and resurrecting and just disrupting. And then we've got Rogan, because it's PvP, and then a Mim to just seal the freaking deal. It's so good. And yeah, I'm really excited to see what this team can do. But he is placed against Verdikus, who is running a really interesting lineup.
That is very interesting.
We got Valkyrie and Freya, alongside, again, some cool heroes there. Waldeck, Tix, with a Penny and a Garuda. What do you make of this second team, Afflicted?
In just looking at it, it looks cool. I love Valkyrie. I love Penny. But without having a Rogan in there, I don't see how this team could do what it needs to do against a Rogan.
Yes, yeah. I think if any of these two teams could have got away without running Rogan, it was actually Fate, because all of his damage comes from him dying, so he doesn't even need to be fast. He just sits there. Like, I would have swapped the the Rogan for an Azrael just because I could. Like, that would have been me with Fate. And we're just currently having a bit of a login problem right now. If you are a person who's just competed, please don't log in on your account until you have seen the first round of fights on screen. Because if you're trying to log in on your account and I'm on your account, it means I can't switch fights. So just a little bit of a etiquette thing there for one of you who has, I think, changed your password and actually kicked me off the account. So this is a little bit awkward. So I'm having technical difficulties here. So I'm going to have to reopen an instance of the BlueStacks. So apologies there. But yeah, just a little thing at home for those of you watching that are taking part. Do not log in on your account until you have seen a fight. Either way, the pets, we have the Ice Pet as well from Fate, which is really cool. So he's a fantastic hero that I think he gives really incredible buffs. There was a time when he was the best pick to use on a Mim team. Really cool to see him, because he gives holy damage, and I can't remember. If you got the game booted up there, can you tell us what the Ice Golem actually brings as stats?
He has, let's see, at max he increases 120% of damage against frozen targets. He gives attack, holy damage plus 20%.
Nice.
And 10% precision, and then speed and HP.
Precision increases all damage dealt, of course. Yeah, that's big. That's real big. Yeah. Yeah, that's fun. And now, another thing, we've got a Valkyrie, which is speed HP crown from Verdikus. Maybe the Valkyrie's just going to sit there and live. Maybe we'll see Garuda with Kiss of Ghost sit there and live. It's a chunky team. Garuda could be the answer to this team, in all fairness. Garuda is a hero that heals when people die, so it's the answer to Mim. So that could be a good counter. So that this could go, I think, potentially in Verdikus' favor. But I think when it comes to just, I think rule of cool, I want the Fate to win. This is a really cool team.
Yeah, that's a really cool team for sure.
So yeah, let's just see how this one goes. I'm managing to get in the accounts now. We've fixed our technical difficulties, and just need to double check. Scribe, are all defensive lineups now set for all the other accounts?
Yeah, they should be.
Perfect. Okay, let's go then with now Verdikus on the defensive. His name is IHXC Verdikus. Where is he? I assume he's added.
Yep, you just passed him. Yep.
Oh, yeah, there it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, folks, here it is. We have Rogan Aiden. I love the Aiden. Carrie, Tix, Walter, sorry. No, not Walter. Waldeck. I will make that mistake many times today. And Mim with the Ice Apparitions. So let's see how this goes against Verdikus' team. Nope. That's not the right defensive lineup. Scribe lied!
Scribe, come on!
I said should be, didn't say is.
You couldn't make that up. Gosh. That's so funny.
That is hilarious. This is perfect timing.
Yeah. Oh dear, right. Let me go ahead and fix this one up. This match of scuffed is like I couldn't get it on the accounts. I finally do. The defensive lineup's on set. Oh dear.
Hey, it's entertaining. Okay, I like it.
Yeah, if you guys are into this tournament, please set your defensive lineups for us so that
you win.
Yeah, it would be very helpful.
Oh.
All right. So yeah, here we go. We'll try that one again. This should now have worked because defensive lineups refresh instantly. There we go.
Round 2 of round 1.
For sure. So, first fight. Let's go. This time for realsies.
There we go.
Rogan goes first. Oh, it's not an energy Rogan. That's interesting. Oh, carry with the active. Ticks! Oh my word! I don't think Aiden's gonna do anything. Oh,
Like,
Ticks is bonkers. It's just Ticks is good. Ticks is a good hero. That is it. That is mad.
that is mad.
Oh, you love to see it. You really do. That's a Rogan buffed Ticks. That's the thing. Ticks' weakness is he's slower than a lot of the fast heroes, but when you've got the advantage from Rogan, that is going to be a fast, clean win. I think he's also built with a melodic strings. He absolutely is. So yeah, that's going to be an easy attacking 1-0 to the Fate. Absolutely fantastic. Oh, very, very clean.
That was insane.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see the same thing on the defensive fight as well. So let's go to Verdikus' account now, who is going to be our attacker against the Fate. And I think the Fate could potentially be a favorite to win this. I think we could easily see him in the top 8. He's got a very clean team.
For sure.
So let's see if Verdikus' team with Valkyrie, Freya, Waldeck, Tix, Penny, and Garuda can hold up. Here we go. A lot of fakes in chat saying, love to see it. Yep, yeah, you do. The carry, bro, when you have the speed advantage as well.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, but Verdikus' Tix is putting up a fight.
Yeah.
Oh, this is looking better for Verdikus, actually. Oh, the Waldeck on Waldeck action. Oh, but the Garuda lives!
And there goes Valkyrie.
Yeah. No, she's silenced. Aiden can CC. I forgot Aiden CCs. Oh, what a turnaround. Oh, that's so funny.
Oh my gosh. I was about to bring up the point that this Valkyrie can't really do much since there's not that much CC, but you know, Aiden has CC apparently.
Oh,
out of nowhere.
You do.
But it doesn't matter when Valkyrie's already dead.
Yeah, and if you were wondering if these teams were evenly matched, you could see from the Tix damage, they are. It's just the speed is everything in this.
It's speed. Yeah, it's that Rogan.
Yeah, if you go first, you will win. It's that simple. It is that absolute beautiful carnage that happens when you're the fastest person on the team. So, yeah, brilliantly done. That's a defensive win there for the Fate, whose Fate looks like we're going to see our fourth and in the fourth round as well, 3-0 sweep. It's just what happens in these early rounds. You just find one team destroying another because it's early tournament. Anything can happen in the early rounds. You know, we haven't refined down to the best of the best. This is just whatever crap you throw at us. And because a lot of you are signing up for the first time, you are unseeded. So a lot of the folks that you saw in the last tournament have moved later in because they have a seed for this tournament because they've performed. We know what to expect from them. But yeah, crazy, absolutely crazy. So Fate's in the driver's seat again. Do you think we're just going to see the same thing again, Afflicted?
I with that Rogan helping them outspeed, I think it's just going to be the same exact thing.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, Verdikus did put up a good fight there, but at the end, he just didn't have enough to finish it off.
Yeah. And asking in chat there, is there still a loser's bracket? There is, but once we get to a top 8 situation. So it's pretty much single elimination until we have 8 people, which keeps things ticking over quickly and makes things a little more intense. Because I think next round, when you start seeing good teams fight really good teams, and it's like everything to play for. So yeah, very exciting. Either way, we
could have some detrimental losses.
Yeah, we could do. It's like if we were doing single elimination in the last tournament, Sol and X Marcus, our finalists, they paired up in round 1.
Yep.
That kind of thing can happen. Oh, the carry with the energy steal on the Garuda. Verdikus is saving grace. Stolen. The rug pulled from underneath. Although Freya getting an active, giving shields to herself. Oh, Tix is dead. Freya's dead.
Yeah, and oh my gosh, the dots, everything just hitting.
Oh, and there's the energy steal.
The energy. Oh, it's over. That energy steal in that Garuda was just too good.
Yeah, and do you know what the crazy thing is, chat? You did not get to see Aiden. Right? He's been sat there just doing nothing, just really chill, doing absolutely nothing, and it's because he didn't die. And Aiden is literally like, he's being run as a self-destruct button, like, no, if your team gets the upper hand on me, I am pulling you down with me. There is no way. But if you have the upper hand, there's no need to bring Aiden in, so he just sits there. And, yeah. And yeah, is Mim and Aiden actually good in the IHXC? Potentially. We'll have to see. If you want to see if this kind of team below me right now is actually competitive, stay tuned, because Fate will be returning in the next round. So, folks, this is an opportunity to go and take a look at the bracket. Now we've taken it down to 16 people. So we're going to go ahead and do that right now for you. And just see what kind of teams we've got going on. So let's go take a look at what's happening here on the thing. I've got this
I'm really excited for this fight coming up next.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be a fun one.
Well, let's go show them what you're excited for. So, folks, take a look at this. Here is the bracket as it stands. We had Tyke beat Badovski Daniels 3-0. Next with a 3-0 against Flamen. Noob getting swept by Brad. And once it's updated, you'll see that the Fate got a 3-0 sweep on Verdikus. But that means we move through to the next round, which is going to be Seoul, our winner from the last tournament, going against Tyke. You'll see me versus Sedated. You're going to see Terra X, another very good team from last time, going up against Nex. Gimmerman returning for a second time, going against a newcomer, D-King. We have Moptosh, a favorite from the last tournament, who is running a similar team to the Fate. Let's see how those teams compare. Maybe they'll even do a mirror match. That'd be crazy. We've got him against Brad, which should be fun, because Brad's team was really clean. We got Bendy Man versus Scribe, which I think is a very quaint matchup. That's going to be good. And then we got Stewie versus the Fate. Now, I know Stewie brought a good team last time, and he's only just even refined it, so we'll get to see how he copes against the team you've just watched there with the Aiden. And then John returns this time against another newcomer, BB1. So yeah, very, very, very interesting. There's another question in chat there saying, does anyone think a burn-centered team would work? It's more about building a team that does a bit of everything. If you build all into one strategy, you'll probably find your team will lose. The trick to PvP is to counter what your opponent's doing whilst simultaneously having a clear win strategy for yourself. So if you're coming in with a very fixed mindset of, oh, I'm going to focus on this very one thing, you will probably lose. Whereas if you look at what everyone else is doing and see what you can do to stop them doing that, that's when you start winning. So that's why these suicide teams work really well, because the way you win a fight is by killing people. So by punishing your opponent for killing you, that's a pretty good, interesting counter to how people normally win. So CC, again, stop your opponent from moving. How do you get that to work consistently? You have to outspeed. So yeah. Would you say that all kind of adds up with your understanding of PvP? I know you're in late game as well for Idle Heroes, doing that kind of stuff as well. It's funny. Does that stuff still hold true in end game PvP in your experience?
Well, yeah, it's a bit more complicated up in the top because there's so many more factors.
Yeah,
but that is the base of it, of how team building and stuff works with that.
Yeah, because you look at like some of the best PvP teams, they're just built around punishing your opponent for even trying. Like, for example, HXJUMP. That his stone, which like the transcendent HXJUMP basically says your opponent poisons their team if they try. It's very good. So yeah, shutting down your opponent is good no matter what the meta. So I wouldn't think so much about your strategy, but how you can stop your opponent's strategy. Either way, folks, we're going to take a break here after 4 fights, so get yourself a glass of water, get yourself something to eat. We'll be back in 5 minutes or so, and we'll bring on the next matchup, which is going to be a good one, because you'll get to see the winner from the last tournament flex his muscles and see if his team this time is going to be as good as it was last time. I'm excited. You should be too. See you after the break. Welcome back to the Idle Heroes 10-Star Cup, where we're going to be featuring the winner from last time, going head-to-head with one of our winners from the round before. It's Seoul versus Tyke. So, Afflicted, now we've had a little break to recover, get drinks, and eat some food. I don't know what you were doing in the break. Were you up to anything exciting, or just sat here waiting for me to get myself a glass of water?
Went to the bathroom, got some water. That's about it.
Safe. Well, Seoul has got himself a drink of water from last time and decided to mix things up a bit. He was using Saja Faithblade Rogan in the last tournament. He's decided to run Rogan because he has to, because that's the way the game works, unfortunately. And then all Fortress heroes. Saja, HXXC, Unimax, Fiona, Sherlock. And the mad thing is, it's actually good. Because Fortress heroes are just cracked. There's so many good ones for this meta. Anything you want to say about that first team, Afflicted, before I give my 2 cents on it?
I just think it looks cool, honestly. just having that Rogan there, and then all Fortress heroes just resonates for some reason. It just looks cool.
Yeah,
I
like
that.
Fiona's going to protect you from incoming damage. Unimax is going to taunt the back line, which is just beautiful. You've got the doves from Holmes, the doves from Sherlock. I'm amazed you didn't even put a Receptor on the Sherlock and just speed HP just to poke a dove out with that basic early, just for the disrespect, you know, something like that. But it's a Magic Stone sword attack, so that should be interesting at least. And then we've got Speed Crit, Melodic String Saja making a return for Seoul, his winning hero from last time. So yeah, that's a pretty good one. And then Tyke, of course, you've saw from last time, he's using Eloise, a Saja of his own, but this is slower. It's a slower Saja, so that might work against him. With Nakia to slow down the opponent. No Rogan, so I find that a little unusual. And then Gloria, Freya, and Garuda. Now, I think my money's on Seoul for this one again, just because simply Rogan is going to be the difference maker between a lot of the heroes here. But even then, a lot of them are just already faster. Like Unimax is quicker, Holmes is quicker. Do you think there's hope for Tyke here?
Honestly, without that Rogan, I'm not so sure how much he can do with this team against Seoul. With just the Saja and the Holmes with the Rogan buffed is just crazy damage. And then you got the Unimax taunt, the Fiona shields, and the Sherlock hell swap to just tank hits. It's scary.
Yeah.
I just have to see it.
Yeah, and the other thing to notice is as well, if you're curious what the numbers are underneath the heroes, that's their armor. So if there's a 6, it means it's 6-star armor, and there's a 2 and 2 split on the Garuda, and unfortunately a 4 armor set, like only 4-star armor on Saja, which I think is wild for your main damage dealer, but we'll just have to see how this one plays out. So yeah, we begin with our attacker. It's Seoul. My money's on Seoul for this one as well, I think. But yeah, let's go see how it plays out. And good luck to Tyke. I think you're going to need it, my friend. So here
be a major upset if Tyke counters him here, though.
That would be wild, wouldn't it? Bros chasing to get their glories. Oh, man. Well, let's see it. Here we go. So, as you can see, there's the team. Oh, the taunt.
Oh, the taunt.
All the heroes.
Nasty.
Oh, they don't. It doesn't even matter. They'll be dead before they do anything.
2 stunned, just right in one move. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and Holmes, here he comes with his active. Oh, he hasn't even done it yet. Oh, no. Here he goes.
And there he goes. Oh my gosh.
Hey, Eloise. Oh, she didn't get doved. She's got a counterattack.
Oh, wow.
Oh, she didn't block. Yo.
She didn't block once.
No. Oh, Eloise. There's the block. Wait, she didn't counterattack though. What? Oh, I don't even know. I'm so confused. She's dead.
That was insane.
Oh my word. Zeros. Oh no.
That hurts to see.
That is a beautiful team, Seoul, that you've brought. The fact
that is a well-crafted team.
Yeah, it's fun. The fact they're also Fortress heroes. One big buff, by the way, if you run heroes from the same faction, is the aura bonus. Aura bonuses for matching heroes from the same faction is massive. So Seoul is coming in here with a big stat advantage, actually, because 5 Fortress heroes gives you a few more percent in HP and attack, which can make the difference. So bear that in mind if you are putting a team together of your own.
I would like to point out, I was doing some experimentation with that.
Mm-hmm.
If you have all 6 from a same faction, you do get a little extra. Otherwise, the fact that they're all non-light dark heroes, it would be the same bonus no matter how the factions are split up.
Interesting. Wait, so because they're not light and dark, they don't get added bonuses? Is that what you're saying?
Well, no, they still get added bonuses.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like having 5 fortress heroes doesn't give you any bigger bonus than if you were to have 2 fortress, 2 abyss, a forest, and whichever other one I forgot, shadow.
Oh, very interesting.
You only get there's only a little bit of extra for having the same if it's all the same.
Oh yeah, it says deploy 6 heroes to activate the aura. Yeah.
Doesn't it not stack?
With the new aura changes.
Does it not stack a little bit better though? I swear it does.
Let's see. 16 HP, 11 attack, 12 damage reduction.
Yeah. It's worth considering. I think
it stacks differently because I put in a abyss instead of another fortress, and it gives more HP but less attack. So it's just different buffs how it does it. That's weird.
Interesting. Well, either way, it's worth experimenting around to see how it plays out for you guys. It might be a faction thing. Either way. Let's go take a look now at the defense attempt from Seoul to see if his team can keep what it did that one time, but this time as the defender. So we're going now to Tyke's account, who is going to be the attacker, with his lovely, lovely Eloise Nakia team, to see if this can put up the same fight, or if he's just going to lose. Either way, he did manage to get 1 win, so it's not the end of the world if he does get knocked out here. He still goes home with his head held high. Let's go and see how he does against Seoul. To be honest, of all the people you were going to lose to, Afflicted, you know, if someone's going to come in, if someone's going to knock you out, you want it to be the winner from last time.
Yeah. Who took you out? Seoul? Well, good fight, man. Good
fight. But let's see how it goes.
We got taunts right off the bat, and his entire backline's dead.
Oh, man. Maybe though. We've got an active skill from Saja here.
Really holding on.
Oh, but then it's like 1 HP. Yep, there you go. That's all it needed.
Yeah, it's gone. Just needed a tickle from a potion.
Oh,
and the double dove. Come on.
Yeah,
he's already dead.
That's evil, man. Oh, that's the thing.
Oh.
Zeros.
Oh my god.
No way. Oh,
that's insane. Oh, Eloise got some healing in there. It's not all of the zeros, okay?
Yeah.
She did some stuff.
It's just mad, though, how speed can just do that. Like, if you can put together a great team that can win one fight, and then if you fight someone who is just coming in and blows you out, it's because they're faster. It's that simple. And you can get stunned, you can get stopped. There are so many different factors, but they all point at the same thing. You lose. It's mad how much speed matters. And you know, Tyke knew this, right? Tyke built a team. He put Garuda in there to, like, who's a slow hero that can hit big damage, and Nakia, you know, is there to slow them down, and you put speed on the Garuda. You knew speed was important. So we've got 2 heroes that are designed, you know, with speed in mind, but even then there's no Rogan here, there's no...
It's like you're fighting without all the key components. Like, if you're gonna... There's no point in going speed if you don't have Rogan, because that's just a waste of a move there.
It really is. And that's a really important thing that people forget when building a hero. If you lose out on speed, you lose out on speed, right? It doesn't matter if you have higher speed or lower speed. If you lose a speed tie, you might as well have invested in a different stat. And it's like if any of you guys have played competitive Pokemon, it's the same thing. Like, some people just forget to, like, just, it's not they don't forget, they just go, I'm not investing in speed. I'm just going to go all HP and attack. I'm going to take that first hit, and then I'm going to hit and punish. Because sometimes you just accept you are not going to outspeed some opponents. So, yeah. But for that reason as well, we are considering banning Rogan. So if you were looking to get into the tournament and you're a bit like, oh no, this isn't fun, I've got to build a Rogan. He is a lot of people are looking at him to get kicked out in future tournaments.
I think that would open up variety to not have to win the speed battle.
Yeah,
and you could actually open up to different moves and heroes.
For sure. And then I wonder what that would do for assassin teams, because we're going to see, like, you've seen already Saja dominate so far. Like, she's an incredible hero. The active skills she's doing, the big damage that's coming out from it. I mean, Sol is demonstrating that brilliantly with this team here, with Saja in slot 1. It's a good lineup. But you will see other teams that don't run into this. You know, we've got, I think the 3 main lineups you're going to see are Mim suicide teams, assassin teams, and then what I would call chunky mid-range teams that are using Fiona to keep them alive, and then they're running big hitters like Aspen, Ada, Unimax for the taunt. They're just accepting they're going to be slow, but then they run heroes to punish faster heroes, because a faster hero is always going to be a glass cannon for the same reason. You haven't invested in the other stats because you invested so heavily in speed. And HP is a really good stat in this, I will add to that. Like, one of the reasons...
It really is.
Yeah. One of the reasons some people did so well in the last tournament was they were running speed HP on all their heroes. But, man, if you get hit by that Saja active, though...
Oh, my gosh.
You just get torn through. And the shields are still up from the Fiona.
Yeah. Well, you have to touch the enemy to get rid of the shield.
Yeah, it's true.
You do that.
Yeah, and if you're dubbed, if you're dead, it's brutal.
And it's hard to hit the enemy shields if you can't do anything about them.
Yeah.
Wow. What? There's no point of the Fiona against this guy in this fight right now, but it's just insult to injury, man.
Yeah, but the thing is, the Fiona will make a difference in faster fights.
Oh,
so
in the speed fights, yes, for sure.
Yeah.
By the way, before you get off, Seoul really wants you to look at his hero bag. He's spamming chat.
Okay. We can take a look at what he's been rocking. So there you go. Like, that's a totally different lineup from what Seoul was running in the last tournament, and it's good to see. Like, Seoul was like, "Oh, I'll go with something fun." This is definitely a fun team. But look, he's been building a lot of 10 stars to be experimenting with stuff. So he's got the lineups, he's got the stuff to have fun with. I'm here for it, man. And this is the kind of creativity we want to encourage you guys to do, because it's not hard to build 10 stars. If you've been playing long enough, the challenge, and even Seoul will agree with this, it's getting the stones. Once you decide on your 6 heroes, the stones are where the trouble comes.
He has multiple of the same 10 stars.
Yeah, double Rogan.
Me.
What's this? Why have you done this?
Double Rogan, double Cruz, double Holmes. Why?
I have no idea why. But
is he fighting himself somehow?
That's it. Yes, to fight himself for testing. Very clever. Yeah.
Oh, that is insane.
Yeah, brilliant. And if you're wondering what a 2-and-1 split is, it's where they've run 2 pieces of the same armor, one from a different set and one from a different set. So it'd be like 2 bits of 6, 5, and then 4. So that's what we've just done for that kind of thing, for a 2-and-1 split, if you're curious in chat. If someone's armor looks weird because the numbers don't quite add up, that's what's going on there. But yeah, crazy. So that's going to be a win for Seoul. So let's go see what our second matchup of this part of the tournament is going to be. I'm expecting exciting things. And yeah, should be a fun time. Let's go see what we've got. So the second fight is going to be... Oh, no. Uh-oh. Oh, it's me. It's
I know who that guy is.
Yeah. It's me. It is me versus Sedated. Oh, wow.
Oh, let's see this team in action. I'm excited. I'm so pumped.
Oh, boy. Okay, so Sedated has been running typically good teams in the past. Is it fair to say that I've come into this with a pretty dirty team? You guys will see it for yourselves in a second. Afflicted see what I'm running, though.
It's pretty dirty, if I say so myself. It's pretty dirty.
Yeah, I thought, you know what?
I like it.
I had a lot of time to analyze the fights because I had them all recorded. I was the guy hosting. I could see all the fights firsthand. So I had a lot of time to think about what I thought was going to be good and brought what I think is probably the best team I could have put together with what I have. And so I'm hoping that I do quite well here. I know it would be weird if I won my own tournament, so please beat me, somebody. I don't want to win. That would be disgusting. Imagine winning your own tournament. I'd be sacked if I won my own tournament. Oh, dear.
That would be pretty funny.
That's just disrespectful. But either way, it's me versus Sedated. Let me just get these lineups up. Oh yes. Oh, I love it already. Chat, take a load of this. Oof. We have my lineup, which is Saja, Holmes Young, Nakia, Carrie, Rogan, and Faithblade. And I'll talk about that team in a second as to why it's built the way it is. And then we have Unimax, built for speed with a Receptor. We have a Penny. Oh, Sedated. That is a Penny. Right, I've said there's only one way to run a Penny in this tournament if you want to be competitive, and it is exactly as you have done. Speed crit with the speed HP crit boots. That's scary. That's fast, right? If she crits you, she's going to outspeed your entire team. That's a wonderful decision from Sedated. We've got the Rogan. Very nice. I like to see it. 2 and 2 split, even better. We've got Waldeck, speed, attack, melodic strings. Terrifying. Absolutely terrifying here. Then, weirdly enough, a Nakia 3 and 1 split with a Warhammer of Hopelessness with HP crits. I assume you were probably looking for a speed HP or speed crit stone and didn't get it. That has happened to so many people. They try to just get that one stone and they just lose all their dust. And then finally, an attack Fiona with a magic stone sword 3 and 1 split. So, yeah, this is crazy.
That's a heck of a team.
Yeah. What do you make of Sedated's team, Afflicted?
I really want to see how this Penny performs when she's fast enough to do something. But
yeah, I'm scared.
She's going up against your team, which is Assassins, getting buffed by Rogan. So
she's still going to be quicker. That Penny will be quicker.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
I all we've seen pretty much is just pennies who don't have Rogans. So I'm really excited to see her quick.
Yeah, this is as good a Penny as you're ever going to see in these tournaments. So hopefully we get to see something nice. And basically, the crazy thing about this whole team matchup is I had a bit of a problem when putting my team together. Because I want 3 of my heroes to not get hit by a Nakia or a Unimax. And that's my Saja, my Holmes, and my Faithblade. So I had to make an executive decision which one to sit at the back. And I had to go with the Faithblade ultimately in slot 6. Which I did because of my attack orders. Now, one really interesting thing between Saja, Rogan, and Faithblade is they all go at the same time. So the order you put them in on heroes is actually the order they'll attack. So Saja at the first, followed by Rogan, means you have 3 opportunities, because Saja hits 2 people, Rogan hits another, 3 opportunities to kill, for then Faithblade to be buffed by all those kills. So the Faithblade going third actually then does a ton of damage. But even Faithblade's not going third, he's actually the 5th slowest on this team, because Nakia and Carrie are both running speed, so they're zooming through. Carrie's just poking, trying to steal energy from someone, and Nakia's slowing the backline down. She's got a Receptor. She's faster than other Nakias, man. She's a monster. And then yeah, you're just left with Holmes is my slowest hero, would you believe? And
it could work out as slowest though, because the way his potions work.
Yeah, but the funny thing is, yeah, that's the thing. So he gets buffed every time someone attacks. And he's one of the fastest heroes in the game, but he's my slowest. It's a ridiculous team. I love it so much.
It's a crazy setup. That's what I like about this 10-star is speed matters so much, even without taking Rogan out of it. Speed matters so much, and when there's speed ties, positioning matters so much, and just anything positioning matters a lot with back row, front row, who's before anybody. So I just love the strategy that you have to think of when you build your teams with this.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like that kind of strategy with team building, a lot of people just throw their heroes down. I think that's one thing that's lost in today's meta is positioning. Like, yeah, for some Star Expedition lineups, positioning is really important. But for a lot of just PvP or generic content, it doesn't really matter, right? You're just putting together just something good. But either way, both of these lineups are absolutely beautiful. I don't care who wins. I just want to see some glory here.
It's going to be a great fight. I just want to see a good fight.
Yeah. So I'm the attacker. That should be an exciting initial thing against Sedated's defense. I hope Sedated's defensive lineup is up.
I think you're on your wrong account.
I am. I'm going to attack with an E5 Waldeck on the Diamond series. That would be embarrassing. The funny thing is, folks, Afflicted can see my screen, so he can see everything that's going on. Like, he can see all my blunders, me trying to log in on accounts and failing. It's great. So, yes, I'm looking for Sedated's team. Oh, there it is. Defensive lineups in. That's the one.
Oh, gosh. This is scary.
Oh, it'd be beautiful. So, here you go. You've got my Saja, Holmes, Nakia, Carry, Rogan, and Faithblade ready to take things down. Let's go. I want to see it, man. I want to see the victory.
We gotta see this. We gotta see this.
Yeah, so Nakia with the slowdown. Holmes joins in.
Yeah.
Then you'll get my Carry stealing energy from the Rogan. And there's the opposing Unimax. Oh, taunting Nakia. Ooh. But there's Saja getting the stun on the Fiona. Holmes joins in. Rogan into the Holmes again. There's my Faithblade. Oh, but this is one
down the Rogan.
Tanky team. Oh, Penny with the crit. Oh, here's the Holmes dove, though. Let's go, Holmes.
3 doves.
Yeah, Penny, though. She's got an active. I'm scared. I'm so scared. Boy. But Carrie, she didn't steal energy. Oh, no.
No.
No way Penny gets this. Thank you, Faithblade.
Let's go. Oh. Still proving himself to be. Oh.
Yeah, he is very good.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, that was close.
That really was.
That was scary. That Faithblade killing that Penny before she get her active off saved you so hard right there.
You see what I mean about I'm scared by speed attack melodic strings Waldex?
Yeah. He did a lot of damage.
Oh, he was most of what killed me. Oh.
Yeah. That was an insane fight. Oh, I don't know what's gonna happen when you're on defense now.
Bro, it's anything. I don't know. It's that Penny, man.
That Penny's scary. So scary.
Oh dear. Well, that's fight 1. Buckle yourselves in.
You need your Carry to energy steal that Penny just to feel safe.
Oh, not even. I don't even know Penny's because she crits on the basics. She's still doing damage. I want to energy steal the Waldeck to feel safe, mate.
That is true.
Or the Unimax, actually, because Unimax starts with 100 energy. So if you can steal him, that's very good. And you can actually do that. That's a cool thing with an A and B carry. And that way you don't get taunted. So that could be a thing. Either way, I must try not to die here. I'm scared. Facing myself with Sedated as the attacker. Here we go, folks. You've got the Unimax Penny. Here it is. Okay. So you'll see all my heroes go first. So there's Nakia. Into the Holmes. Oh, I got the energy steal on the Unimax!
Just what you talked about. That's huge.
That's so big.
That is massive.
Then again, the shields from Fiona keeping him alive. Faithblade getting a kill on the Waldeck.
Nakia stunned.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to matter, though. The speed debuff's already out. Oh, no, it isn't. His Nakia just hasn't moved.
Three doves again?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
But Penny, the thing is, because she's got that attack off, she was immune to CC, but she's dead from my carry.
Yeah. She just disappeared.
Oof.
That was a much not as close fight because of that carry energy drain right there.
Yeah, carry's energy steal is so clutch. And I think the fact it's delayed around is actually really strong. Because all your CC is coming out anyway, so you don't mind that. And then carry coming in round 2 with a very fast active skill. Really clean. Also, it really helps her resurrections as well, because she keeps the speed when she resurrects. But the energy artifact's kind of wasted by that point. So the speed artifact pays more into itself in rounds 2 and 3 as well. So I think that's actually the better build. I was using energy carry for quite some time, but yeah, that was nice. Sedated, really good team though. And let's hope you can get a win here with you as the defender again. But that will be a defensive win for me.
You got your defensive win right there.
And yeah, Sedated saying in chat that his Nakia not getting an attack out might be a problem. I think it is, yeah. Not having that speed stone on him was really unlucky. I'd have just taken like speed precision if it had showed up. I'd have gone with anything. Speed heal effect even. I'd have just taken any speed stone.
Any kind of speed.
Yeah. So here we go. We're going to switch to the final fight now, which is me again as the aggressor. Let's see if this time Sedated can get a defensive win. So here we go. Same as last time. Will it be another 3-0 sweep? I hope not. I want to start getting some good competition in here. Although, to be fair, Sedated has put up an excellent fight against me. So,
yeah.
Let's see how this one goes. Once again, here is the fight. So, we begin with Nakia in the slowdown. You got to watch where this carry's energy steal goes. Onto Nakia. Not that great.
Ooh. Faceblade Nakia.
Yeah, that taunt's nasty. Oh, Waldeck's down.
Yeah.
Oh, but the taunted Faithblade, that could make a difference. Then again, Penny's stunned. Oh
yeah.
my.
Penny can't do anything right now.
Yeah, the doves are out.
3 doves again. Your triple doves is insane.
Oh, carry, let's go.
Oh my gosh. That was insane.
Yeah. Oh my word.
I'm not gonna lie, that RNG of those stuns was insane for your part there.
Oh, Sedated saying it was deliberate, so she's doing bonus damage to Waldeck's bled targets. That's why he wanted Nakia to be slower. I don't know if that's as good a strategy as just flat down.
On paper, it sounds good, but I think in practice, there's so many variables that you can't predict.
Yeah.
That just won't make it work.
Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Now, you might notice that my team right now as it stands is very similar to the team that Seoul won with, and that was a total accident, because I was already going in with an aggressive lineup. I experimented with Sherlock, I experimented with Unimax, and I kept on adding in heroes. I was like, well, I need Nakia to slow down opposing assassins. And then I was like, well, actually, if I'm using a Receptor Sherlock and I want to use Unimax, I want to put it on him. And then if I'm not putting a Receptor Sherlock, I should probably run Holmes instead. And before I knew it, I ended up with a very similar team minus Cruz. I went with Carry instead. But I think Carry is just a better hero than Cruz, to be fair, which is a bold statement to make. But I think there is some truth to it. Yeah. Although that's one thing we haven't seen a Cruz yet. It's pretty surprising.
Now, with that fight, I think the reason the first one was so close is because Penny got that crit off and just a huge hit on you.
Oh,
the
yeah.
next 2 fights, she was locked down the whole time. She didn't do anything.
So yeah, there is something to be said then about the speed Penny. For sure. And then that Waldeck, really, really good. Just shame he didn't get to move. So yeah, it's interesting fights, but unfortunately, Sedated not managing to get a win here. But yeah, it's a shame. Good hero though, really, really good hero, really good team. Just an unfortunate early matchup against me. And yeah, keep refining, and hopefully we can catch you next time, Sedated, with your lineup, potentially doing better in future tournaments. Either way, good job, really, really nice team. And yeah, so Afflicted, who do we have next on the matchup?
We have Terra X versus Nex.
Ooh. So Terra returning from last time, and Nex, who we've already seen. That'll be fun. So Terra is the attacker, I assume? Indeed. Nex is our defender. Perfect. And
Nex.
That's Sedated, not me. 1 second. So yeah, anything do you think, so of all the teams you've seen so far, which ones do you think are going to be the ones that'll take the wins? Which ones have you thought that looks good?
Seoul, 100%. His team is insane. And I really like how your team works. The synergy, the speed. Something about that assassin team with how each hero attack chains into the other and works perfectly. It just looks so cool.
Yeah,
I love it.
Should be interesting to see how that holds up against most of the other teams moving forwards. But that said, we are seeing a team from last time. I don't think it's changed all that much, and it did very well last time. I referred to this as the good stuff team because it is just a team of really good heroes. Say hello to Terra X and Nex, with Terra bringing back Sherlock, Cruz, Tix, Carry, Rogan, and Holmes Young. Still not running an energy Holmes Young. What's that about, Terra? Come on, man.
Oh, could be your downfall, man.
Yeah. Oh, dear. you'd think he could have done speed carry and the Snowheart ticks. Sorry, the Snowheart poems. That would have been really good. So this could be good. This could be really, really good. And then Nex is running a beautiful lineup. As you've seen last time, it's the Unimax with the Sarja, really, really good team. Followed by, you've got Garuda for defensiveness, you've got the Burst from Tix, a whopping hero we've seen do so well. And then, again, another Holmes Young without energy, and an energy Rogan. So, yeah, there's nitpicks I would make about both of these teams based on the testing I've done in my experience with the tournaments. But nonetheless, two very good lineups, and I have no idea who could win.
Yeah, they both have Rogans. They both have Holmes with no energy, so neither of them are getting a boost above the other with that. Both ticks.
Yeah,
I'm just excited to see how this Cruce works against this team, and if he can get his stun off without dying.
Yeah, I think that's the big difference here. You've got a Cruce on Terra's team, and then you've got Nex, who has a speed artifact on his Holmes. So that speed artifact actually makes the difference in this matchup. And the Cruce, though, it might not even matter. You might just find that your Holmes Young gets stunned. So Nex, you got to watch out for that. Like, that Cruce could be your downfall. Because Terra's been smart, right? That's a HP stone on the Cruce to give him a little bit more tankiness. If he can live, and you've got to be granted, it's only an Agate 4 stone. It's not amazing. Yeah. But if he can live, then what we'll see is good stun. But if Sarja one-shots Cruce, game over.
Game over, yeah.
Yeah, so that's a shame. And if you can't see the rules for the IHXC, you can type in chat, !IHXC, and hopefully you will get a command in chat. If you can't, one of our mods can throw the rules in for you so you can go see them yourselves. That is if you are watching this live here on YouTube. So let's go see what these teams have got. So yeah, very, very exciting. I need to switch on to the teams myself. A lot of talking, not a lot of switching. I should have been switching to the teams once we were chatting. So yeah, is there anything you think that's going to jump out with this matchup? Like, if you really had to call it between these two, what do you think you're going to go with?
So they both have melodic strings ticks. So I'm not sure. That one has Unimax, one has Sherlock, so it could come down to who gets the better CC in this, honestly.
Yeah, that could be the truth. It literally could be a matter of Cruce versus Holmes Young here. And you'll love to see it, in my opinion. I think when you've got a matchup where there's a tiny, tiny difference, that's good. That results in high rolls. We could see our first non-3-0 sweep here, so really looking forward to it. So yeah, let's just see how Nex can do as the defender with Terra in the driving seat. Best of luck, Terra. Your team proved well in the last tournament. Let's see if it can hold up here. So here we go, folks. Best of luck. Let's bring it in with Sherlock, Cruce, Tix, Carry, Rogan, and Holmes Young.
Terra using Lion, Nex using Phoenix.
A little bit of a difference there.
One's tanky for the Cruce, I'm assuming.
That's the hope. There's the taunt on the Holmes.
And the ticks.
Oh, that's massive.
That's pretty big.
Unimax is such a good hero.
He really is.
Oh, Sarja with the kill on the carry. The stun on the Holmes as well. That Holmes is doing nothing.
Tix is gone.
Oh, bro.
Oh my gosh.
Tix goes, the Cruce stun's out, Carry returns, Unimax puts out a swing. That Cruce stun doing a lot here. Maybe, could Carry clean up? No, Tix says no.
No, I don't think it's possible here.
No.
There's just so much on his team right now.
Yeah, we did see, though, from Terra, he put a big, big argument for running Sherlock with Carry. Like, you can see how sticky these two heroes are. Like, I'm surprised he didn't bring Azrael as well. That would have added so much damage, because you could see what's going on here. Like, he's relying on Tix's death damage to do something here, and Sherlock just anchors. We could still see things get torn apart for him, but if that Garuda gets an active skill, it's game over. You need to go ahead and dove her with your Sherlock. Tix gets an active, kills the Sherlock.
And Tix got him. That was scary. I was doubting it for a second there with how strong that Sherlock was hanging on.
Yeah, you do. You really do. That was one of Terra X's biggest strengths. I'm surprised he didn't refine this further. I think he got quite comfortable with this lineup, actually. He's just returned with the same thing. Maybe he's not been doing as much testing, But either way, the lineup's good, but it just seemed that Nex's lineup was that little bit better. Although the Unimax taunt was big.
That Unimax stun, that taunt was massive. Three heroes on the back line, and it was big.
So he might not be able to repeat that in future fights. But either way, that's a defensive win for Nex.
That's a defensive win, yeah.
So all he needs to do is just hold in and somehow get 3 victories, which I'm imagining shouldn't be too difficult, but you never know. Terra could just put up a crazy fight here. Maybe the Unimax was a high roll. Who knows? Either way, it's now Nex as the aggressor. Terra, our defender. Let's bring in the team. Let's see what
Cruise stun came in pretty late too, so it really didn't do much for him.
No, it didn't. So here we go. Let's see this go down. Looking good. That cruise, if it gets triggered, would be beautiful. Oh, the taunt happens again.
Oh, 3 people again.
Yeah, Tix and HXC, the big 2. But Saja kills before it even matters.
Gone immediately again.
Yeah, Saja is terrifying. She's such a good hero. And you don't know if it's Rogan's fault or it's her fault. Like, a bit of both, really.
Yeah.
Oh, bro, the Tix into Garuda, that was huge.
Rogan's the only one stunned out of that, too.
Yeah. And this should be a pretty easy finish. That's it.
Yep. That's it. That was a way stronger win there.
Yeah, I can't believe it. Nex, your team is absolutely decimating. And Terra, last time, one of the strongest people in the tournament. You really have landed on gold here. This is a really beautiful and well put together team. You could be someone to really take it next. This is an excellent lineup with the Unimax, the Saja, the Garuda, the Tix, and of course the Holmes with the Rogan. It's perfect. It's just 6 phenomenal heroes working really well together.
Yeah, those work really well together. That Saja Toka, that Tix super early, both fights already. It's useless without that Tix on your team.
Oh yeah. And
he has his death active, but his active has shown to do a lot of damage.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Tix is one of these heroes. Like, I didn't like him in my testing because he's so, I say slow. It's so stupid because it's 12-18 speed, which is, it should be quick. But the problem is, like, you look at my lineup, my slowest hero is HXC, which is stupid because he's got the fastest speed stat of any hero in the game. But the reason he's slowest is because of the stupid double speed bonus from Rogan for assassins. And yeah, I just thought Tix was too slow to do anything. And, but no, when you're facing opponents who aren't wearing their little speed helmets like I am, Tix is phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. And in mirror matches especially, like if you could shut down the other Tix, like we've seen, Nex has done that both times. The Receptor shutting down with his Unimax. And people saying, oh, Unimax needs to be banned. I think it's perfectly balanced because you've only got one Receptor. So who are you putting it on? Cruz? Sherlock? Unimax? Take your pick. You've got to run one, really, to be competitive. And even then, I'm not even running either of them. I'm running none of those heroes because I thought I just want to kill my opponent. Dead is the best CC. It's like my little mantra I like to say, but we'll see. We'll see. These tournaments are fascinating to watch because everyone's got a different take. Let's go see if this Cruz can seal the deal as the attacker now for Terra X. Best of luck, buddy.
Starting off pretty usual as same. Oh.
Only Rogan got taunted. Now Terra's going to come alive.
Yeah.
I hope.
This is the first round that Tix and Holmes didn't get taunted, so we'll see.
Oh!
Well, Holmes is stunned.
Yeah, Saja, you got to remember she can CC. That's big. Cruz!
Cruz huge.
That is very huge.
That's massive.
Then Carrie gets in, putting a mark on the Garuda.
Stun. Still, and they.
Oh, this is exciting.
This is what he's looking for with this Cruz lineup here.
Yeah.
This exact situation.
For sure. Oh, this is it. Oh. You've just got to take down a Garuda. And with Tix, with an active, I think it's doable.
I think it is.
Shields are coming up. Oh, there's Carrie. Oh, that Garuda's doing nothing. Oh, she's silenced. Well done, Tix.
Oh.
That's big. And the dove, yeah.
Yeah.
I think we've got her. Have we got her? I mean, as long as you can keep us locked down. Yeah.
And Tyx finishes off. See, that's what Terra needs to win. That's his win condition. Is that Cruz? It could be his greatest weakness too. Is that he relies too much on that perfect situation.
Yeah. And that's the funny thing. You know, Cruz needs to get hit. You need to wait for your opponent to act before Cruz can do something. But Unimax, he just goes bonk with his big axe, and if he taunts, he taunts. But if Cruz pops, you saw it there. Every single hero got stunned. Cruz is terrifying if it works, and it did. It's set up for the Tyx active from Terra. It was decisive.
And that Unimax not taunting them this time is what really let him open up with his team.
Yeah. Next is, so you could say, you know, they're both relying on their Receptor hero, which makes total sense because that's why you run Receptor. It increases the chances of it working. So if it doesn't work, instantly your team's way more fragile because that's your control. It's like, oh no, I didn't stop the opponent. I'm going to die now.
Yeah.
And then that's what happens. It's so you get to see it here firsthand that it literally isn't that Cruz or Unimax are better than each other. It's that if one does what they do,
it's the battle of CC between these teams, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
Whoever can get the best CC kind of wins it.
Exactly. And now it's Nex as the attacker again. He needs to get a win. If Nex loses now, there's going to be a defensive win for Terra X, and then it becomes best man wins. Right? That's simple. Yep. Literally best man wins. So good luck. Literally first to get a win. You need to win this, Terra, to stay in this. So get this defensive win now, and we're on for hopefully a reverse sweep or a really good fight. This is the closest matchup we've had of the tournament so far. So let's see this play out. Here we go. We begin. We've got to watch this Unimax. Will he get the taunt?
Yeah, this Unimax taunt is majorly important. Oh! And he got it. He got it again.
Is that going to be it for Nex getting this win now?
Yeah, that's the same thing that happened the first two fights.
Oh, but Terra.
That Cruz stun.
Yeah, that Cruz stun did help. There could be a win here. You've just got to clutch it with carry and Holmes. The taunt is still on your Holmes Young, though. The stun does last for 2 rounds, so you have some time, but that Saja is still able to act. She does have the carry mark on her, though. Oh, my word. And when all those doves get put into a Unimax, like, you got to argue that...
It feels bad.
Yeah, it's almost like taunt is better than normal CC because it forces you to use your active as well. So it wastes your energy. You don't break out and then do an active. It's just gone. Your energy's gone. Oh, dear. Now, we've got to hopefully see something good here from Sherlock. That's so...
Six has an active, though. It's scary.
Yeah. You need to pop the Saja to trigger the ticks. I don't think we are going to pop the Saja. The health swap... Bro.
Big health swap.
Yeah. If you can kill the Saja, you might kill the Garuda. But you just need to hit Saja. Come on, Sherlock.
Saja is a tickle away from...
There it is! Oh, the Tyke's damage! Let's go! Come on! Terra's got to win this now.
He's got to have it. He's got to have it here. Carries back.
Yep. Let's go.
Oh my God. I did not expect that.
Boom!
That was massive. That was massive.
I told you, he just had to kill the Saja. Oh.
And that Tyx damage just exploded.
Oh
my gosh.
You love to see that kind of performance. Well played, Terra.
Is not going down without a fight. He is not.
Yeah, you thought it was going to be a 3-0 sweep. This is a reverse comeback. It is now literally whoever gets the win here. Terra coming in as the attacker now. Attacker's advantage. The question remaining now, I'm terrified because the Unimax did exactly what he was supposed to do that fight, but Nex still lost.
Yeah, it was all lined up for Nex to win, and then that Tyx death passive popped, and it was over.
Exactly. So now... This is 2 exceptionally well-built teams, perfectly matched, and you love to just expect the unexpected. is all I'm going to say. So, folks, will Cruz get the stun? Will Unimax get the taunt? Let's watch it out. Afflicted.
Well, the thing with that last fight was they did both. That Unimax got the taunt, but that Cruz stunned the entire backline.
Oh, yeah. And then it was all down to ticks and carry.
Mm-hmm.
So here we go. Sherlock carry, a lovely combination. There's the taunt from Unimax only on the Rogan.
Only.
I think
that
Terra's...
spells trouble for next here.
Yeah, it really does. All eyes are on this Cruz. Oh my word. Carrie's dead before she gets an active. That's huge for Nyx.
That is huge.
Will Tix get an active?
Kill this Tix before active, though. That's oh, no. There goes active.
Oh, and the silence on the opposing Tix. That is attacker's advantage, winning the speed. Oh,
that is huge.
Yeah, and Cruz hasn't even triggered yet. So he's going to get a round 2 Cruz, which is just going to be brutal. Against
even if he does trigger it, though.
I mean, Garuda has an active, yeah.
Yeah, that is, yeah.
Then again, Holmes, will you dove Garuda? Triple dove!
Oh my gosh.
What a comeback. This is a reverse sweep. Cruz with the debuff. You don't see that often. And then Carrie returns for an active skill. She won't even get it because Tix gets the kill.
Terror coming back and saying, I am not going down without a fight. I am taking this W. That was amazing.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Terra X, I thought it was all over for you. I was lamenting that his team was good in the first tournament, but he hasn't refined it. He's getting beaten by the new meta, which is Saja Unimax, combining the 2 winning teams from the last tournament. A lot of people running those 2 heroes, and he's like, no, traditional is always best.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it, I guess. It proved itself that it could still take those wins decisively after that last fight. That was insane. Yeah,
so guys, if you haven't seen it here, there it is for you to see it in its glory. There's the 2 teams. That is 3 victory points for Terra with a defensive win, which is the rules. Both of them got those defensive wins. That's a reverse sweep from Terra and a very deserving enter into the top 8. Well played, Terra. Next, I am heartbroken to see your team go because Nex's team is also phenomenal. Like, it's just a really unfortunate matchup in our top 16 here that you get 2 beautiful teams having to fight each other. That is the shame. So yeah,
I can't say anything bad about Nex there. He came out, he showed up, he got those 2 wins. It just fortunately got that reverse sweep on him. He did well though. Yeah. Little thing for Nex, when you come back next time, I would go ahead and put that Snow Heart on the Holmes. Protect yourself from CC, my friend. Get that 40% control immunity on him, and it will give him that early active skill, which will make a big difference. And then just, if you want to still run energy on a Rogan, literally stick a magic source on him. It doesn't matter what you got on him. That's totally fine. The rest of the team, absolutely perfect. Really, really clean. I love to see Garuda in here doing something. Yeah, really nice. She actually sealed the deal for you in a lot of fights. Maybe think about swapping out the Garuda for something a little different, though. If you want to experiment with Waldeck, Carry, all good heroes, give them a try. Maybe even punish Terra by running your own Sherlock. Who knows? And yeah, for Terra, can't wait to see you in the top 8, mate. Really, really good team. Yeah, I'm excited to see how this cruise goes on, fighting different types of teams.
Yeah. And
for sure.
One of only 2 cruises in the tournament, would you believe?
Yeah, that honestly surprised me. I thought there would be more cruises, but apparently people found different ways to fight around it, I guess.
Yeah. And sub to Snipe Master saying Snowheart only gives 25% control immunity. Yeah, but also Holmes has 15% built in. So that gives you 40% in total, my friend. Always got to know if a hero has control immunity built into them, because stacking the Snowheart on top of that gives you basically it just helps. The more control immunity on a hero, the better. It gives you the bigger win rate. So was that round 3 or round 4, my friend? Was that fight 3 or 4 of the top 16?
That was fight 3.
Fight 3. Wow, it went on so long. That is unbelievable. Yeah. So next we have returning Gimmerman with a newcomer that is D-King. Very exciting. Now, D-King with a bold username there. Afflicted, I would describe you as the D-King, not this person, but, you know, it's a... it is what it is.
We shouldn't talk about that on stream.
Look at me getting TOS'd by my own friend here. That's brilliant. Yeah, that's not stream safe. To be fair, I did have a chat with Afflicted earlier. I was like, there's some things we're allowed to say on stream and some things we're not. And he's like, okay, I'll be a good boy. And here's me making the bad jokes. Oh, wow.
Oh, talking about 2 cruises in the tournament.
Yeah, D-King is...
We have our second one.
Yeah. Oh, my word. So I can't wait for you guys to see this. This is going to be very, very spicy. I just need to reset the scorecards real quick. And then I will show you what we are bringing to the final fight before our next commercial. So, folks, take a look at this. Gimmerman returns. Now, he was trying to run an assassin team last time, but he didn't quite have all the components. But Gimmerman has now been given the time to get his 2-and-2 splits, to get his full class armor, to get his artifacts. And I love to see it. But we've got another Magic Source Holmes Young and then a Snowheart Rogan. What's with all these control immune Rogans? Stick the Snowheart on Holmes, guys.
He doesn't need this. He's just there to be a stat stick. That's all he is.
Yeah, like, you've got the artifact. Put it on the right hero. But either way, you've got to give it to Gimmerman. He's running the speed carry. And rather than running Cruise, rather than running Unimax, he's like, no. My Ruyi Scepter's going on carry for maximum speed. Bold. Very bold. I love it. It's also good because on defense, if your carry resurrects at the same time as an Augustus Magic Ball carry, you outspeed them. And you will see most speed carries are Augustus Magic Ball to be the lowest HP, so they get targeted by attacks. So that's exciting. And we've got...
That is, in Sniper Master brought up, is D-King Stones compared to Gimmerman's is lackluster, if you would say the least.
Yeah, and that's going to be the difference. People with more established accounts that have had slightly more months to establish themselves will have better stones. Like, Dust is arguably the limiting resource. And people are saying, oh, it's so pay to win, or the fact you can whale on this. I mean, dude, no one wants to whale on Dust. You don't want to be spending story gems on Dust.
You can personally ask me about Dust. I whale, and I am out of Dust all the time. Like, Dust and Purple Goo, I'm always out of that stuff.
Oh, I hate it. Like, because I wailed on it just to get my team with all Soulstone 3s for the IHXC. It was gross, right? It's a disgusting thing to do.
It feels bad.
It really does. But sometimes you got to do it. Then again, we get lots of contract story gems now, so imagine just investing that all into Dust is not a bad idea for an IHXC account.
But for an IHXC account, yeah, but anything else, it feels even worse.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, let's talk about these teams. So yeah, D-King Stones are a bit lackluster. We see a really interesting Candy Bar Eloise. I like that. That's stun immunity. That's fun. Let's play it into something very interesting. And Cruz, we love to see him, so he's coming in here hopefully for a good stun. There's no Ruyi Scepter, so that's going to play against D-King. You can see he's lacking artifacts. The Candy Bar probably came from a Bond chest. There's no way you're going to pull a Candy Bar instead of a Ruyi Scepter. Wing God on the Rogan, it's bold. And at least we've got an energy Holmes Young built, not with speed though. He is attack armor break, which is... fascinating. I think that's oh boy, I couldn't get any more Dust kind of moment. And then the tournament entry came and he's like, oh, I've just got to go in with my lineup and pray. Good luck. And you know it's going tough when you have to run Mirror Chain on your wall deck. Yeah, should be fun. Gimmerman's team, though, is really well refined. We've got Azrael. I just love to see this. That's alongside a Mim.
Me too.
We spoke about that. That's a really good strat. I'm surprised Waldeck didn't make it into Gimmerman's team. That would have been a really fun addition.
Yeah, I would have think there would have been a Waldeck here, but he's wanting the Saja and that instead. So
yeah, but that's good because Saja and Azrael get double buffed by Rogan, which is nice. They're both assassins, and then you've got the carry in there doing her speedy things. It's a good team. There's not a bad hero here, and all the arguments of you could have ran this, you could have ran that, but who are you going to take out? You've only got 6 heroes, so
exactly.
Yeah, we need to go and see how Gimmerman is going to perform against D-King. Gimmerman are attacker, so that should be pretty good. Any things you changed with the teams apart from the obvious stuff like stones and that stuff? Afflicted, any things you'd say, oh, maybe if they ran this, that would be interesting?
At first glance, without knowing how they run, I'm not sure. But this Eloise on D-King's side just feels like it's not gonna do what it needs to do with, like, it doesn't match his team setup really.
Yeah, I think Eloise
like that could be swapped for something.
Yeah, Eloise is one of these heroes I think that a lot of newer players have too much like faith in as a hero because we encourage you to build her. She's great in PvE, but in a PvP meta, you've got to get hit. You know, for Eloise to do something, and getting hit is really bad in PvP because hits usually bring CC or energy steal or dead. So,
or dead, yes.
So you don't want to get hit. So reactive heroes just really aren't as good as they used to be. The meta is very aggressive. So
yeah,
it's a bold choice, and I think from Gimmerman is what I'll say here. But I'm really sorry from D-King. But yeah, Gimmerman are aggressor here. D-King are defender. So let's see how this one plays out. Could be good, though. There's a lot of heroes I like on D-King's account. And I think with refinement and maybe swapping out that Eloise, D-King has the potential for an incredible team. Like, if that Eloise was a Mim, or if that Eloise was a... even just like another assassin to go with Rogan, like a Faithblade or something. Crazy team. Really good team.
For sure.
So let's see how it plays out. Let's put things in. And Gimmerman running a very sexy Mim team. Come get a load of this. So, as you can see, our aggressor is Gimmerman going off as our attacker in round 1. Let's do this. Will that Cruise get a stun?
It's always fun to see Mim.
Yeah.
You know, you don't get to see enough of him.
I'm pretty sure you'll be seeing a lot of him this tournament.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I think the release of Azrael, all the Mim mains were like, yes, let's build something dirty.
Well, the enemy team is Doves.
Yep, that's Energy Holmes Young for you, ladies and gentlemen. That's a very good hero.
And it's that
Waldeck?
Even so, Waldeck does a lot of damage just dying.
Exactly. He's a great death hero. He's really good. That's why I said I'm surprised he's not on a Mim lineup like this. But you don't need it, right? Azrael's like, okay, die. Holmes is like, die.
Yeah.
Saja says die, and they're all dead. It's really, really clean. I love to see it. So yeah, that's a really, really definitive win for Gimmerman. And Gimmerman had a pretty tough tournament last time because, as I said, his stones and things weren't established and he was going up against people who were. So it's really good that Gimmerman's been able to refine his team over the last couple months to get something really good. So well done, Gimmerman. That's going to be a win for you. Very well played. I accidentally put the defensive ring around him, but he doesn't have a defensive win, so don't be confused by that visualization bug that's there. It's definitely a bug. Definitely not an error from a human being.
Yep. Not user error.
Nope.
Bug.
Yep, it's a bug. And then we're going to throw in with now... Oh, what this team... It looks really good on paper. Like, the heroes that you're seeing here are really good. You know, they're not bad. They're solid heroes. Yeah. You've got the Eloise. The Cruise. The Eloise does let it down. Like, this whole lineup.
That whole lineup is just being brought down by that Eloise, for sure.
And Wolf is bold. You don't see a lot of Wolf. So I love to see it as well. It's fun. So let's go see this one play out with Gimmerman on the defense now. So same team, same thing. Oh, nice. Carry poking in. You've got to remember that, like, Gimmerman's gone
Cruise dies immediately. No stun off from him.
Yeah, you've got no armor and no stones. That'll do it.
Yeah.
Oh, and that's another triple dove. Holmes is great.
He is great. He's insane.
Yeah. That Azrael not even doing that much damage here. Doesn't even matter. He's here to die. Like, that's his job, to trigger Mim. And that's why Mim's not doing that much damage. It's because his team isn't dying. He's like, that's fine. That's good. I'm alive.
Yeah.
So yeah, beautifully done. Really good team. And yeah, that is our defensive win there now for Gimmerman. So Gimmerman's looking real clean right now. Real good.
For sure.
Fantastic lineup. So yeah, what do you think is the best swap out then for D-King? Like if he changed one hero, what would you make that Eloise? Obviously assuming all speed and armor was fixed.
Eloise, it's hard. I honestly, I think Nakia could work well with this to slow the enemy.
Yeah,
but then also this Cruise with that, I feel like the Cruise and the Eloise could be swapped out for something here.
Yeah, because this Cruise doesn't have a Receptor. So, and it doesn't have a HP stone. It's a lot the Cruise doesn't have. But I think if you put the Receptor on the Cruise, I think it'd be great. Like I think you're being too mean on your boy Cruise. That's how Terra won, dude.
I know, but it's just he's so all or nothing. But when he is all, he is all. you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think honestly, anything that just synergizes with that team would be better than Eloise. I just think she just doesn't do anything she needs to do. She's never been good at PvP, and she needs to live and get counterattacks back and forth, and she can't do that in a team like this.
No, that's fair.
This kind of tournament.
Well, we send it in now with Gimmerman as the aggressor once more to see if he can get his third win for a 3-0 sweep, which brings us halfway through the top 16. So best of luck, Gimmerman. Let's see if you can cut this one in. You'll love to see an assassin team working beautifully with some really interesting picks here. We've got the Mim, the Azrael. It's different, and I like that. We've got the Eloise getting an attack back. Oh, before she dies. And Holmes, he's going to dove that Cruise. Then again, Cruise might trigger. Nope, he doesn't when he's doved. And that is going to be, I think, game over. Azrael doing his damage. Yeah. If that's not going to do it, I think Azrael's damage over time will. Yep. That is a win. Saja, our biggest damage dealer once again, trickling down to the others. Although this time we did see some damage coming in from the Eloise, but as we said, you need to get hit, and you saw how much damage that Eloise took, and the damage she did in return was not equal to it. It is not a good trade. Like, if you know anything about PvP fights, trading is you get hit to do damage back to your opponent, and let you both swing at the same time. Eloise doesn't trade well. That's typically the way these things go. And unfortunately, that is a weakness for the team for D-King. Not to mention his stones and other things. But D-King...
I think finding a replacement for that Eloise and getting better stones and artifacts, he could have something.
Oh, yeah.
That's good.
For sure. So D-King, this is not over for you. Please do come back. Get a speed stone on that Holmes Young. Get your soulstone 3s in. You've got plenty of time. There will be more Idle Heroes 10-star cups in the future. We are not going to stop these tournaments anytime soon. It is just the funnest way to play the game, in my opinion. And yeah, really nicely done there, D-King. Putting a good team together. It's not quite finished. And if anything, you're like the Gimmerman in the last tournament, because he, again, had a team with tons of great heroes, but just didn't quite have the stones and armor to back it up. But now he does. And you get to see what that looks like.
Poetic.
Yeah, you could say that. It really is. And that's going to be it for the first half of the top 16, folks. We still have 4 fights remaining. Let's take this opportunity to take a look at the bracket to see how things have played out so far. So for those of you that haven't been keeping track at home and want to know the standings, this is how it looks right now. We have... in round 1, Tyke wiping Badovski Daniels, Nex beating Flamen, IHXC Noob losing to Brad, and the Fake getting a 3-0 sweep against Verdikus. Very decisive in the early fights. So this is currently our top 16 cut to find ourselves a top 8. But now, moving through, we have Seoul against Tyke. And Tyke was just defeated 3-0. Soul's team, really nice. Me sweeping Sedated. Really unfortunate for Sedated, as he had a great team. Our best matchup so far was Terra X with the reverse sweep on Nex. Nex winning the first 2 fights. Terra getting those final 3 in, which was unbelievable to watch. And then finally, Gimmerman getting a sweep there on D-King. We will return after a break to see Moptosh, a favorite from the last tournament, going up against Brad, who is running a really, really well put together team. That should be exciting. Followed by two big names in the community, a Bendy Man and Talking Scribe, who are both probably running some pretty funky teams, so who doesn't love a big bowl of funk? And then we have Stewie versus the Fate, and the Fate team was beautiful, but Stewie is known to bring something good to fights. And then finally, John Nomad, a good contender from last time, facing BB1, who right now is a complete unknown. Folks, we'll see you after the break. Thank you for tuning in so far, and we will see you very soon for 4 more fights to find our top 16, cutting down into a top 8. See you later, folks. Welcome back, folks, to the Idle Heroes 10-Star Cup for our final 4 matchups of today. Afflicted, are you excited to see what Moptosh has for us this time round?
I am super excited. I loved his team last time. I'm just pumped.
All right, let's go see what he's doing. That's because you will notice things are a little different this time for Moptosh. He's gone back to the drawing board. He was running this big, bursty suicide team. Everyone needs to die, mainly because he knew he'd never get the stones to be fast enough to compete with people who were running fast teams. So he's thinking, right, I'm going to go with a death team. But instead, he's like, right, I'm fast enough now. I've got that together. And now he's running something a little different. And I love it because his positioning makes total sense. Look at this. We have HXC and Saja. Good slot 1 heroes and slot 2 heroes. That's going to dodge Unimaxes. That's going to dodge Nakias. So you don't have to worry about that. And then he's also bringing a Ruyi Scepter Nakia. Terrifying, right? So literally everything is the same as my team, but his Faithblade and Rogan are the other way around. And I don't know if that's going to play into his strengths as much as he'd like. His energy artifacts, I find them a little bit unusual. I'd have put the Magic Source on the Rogan, and I'd have put the Snow Heart on the Homes, but we've spoken about the Snow Heart Homes a lot today.
A lot of Snow Hearts on Rogans for some reason.
Yeah, maybe people want HP on Rogan to keep him alive or something. I don't know. I think it might be because it's not as aggressive. It's the least aggressive of the energy artifacts. And they think, oh, I want some damage from Holmes. But I don't think of Holmes as a damage dealer. I think of him as a dove dude. That's literally his job in my brain. Yeah. So I just want him to be more consistent. And then we've got a Magic Source Faithblade. Now, that shocks me. I would have definitely put the Demon Bell on the Faithblade. But hey, with all the buffs coming through and all that holy damage, maybe a bit of skill damage is a good thing. So we'll have to wait and see how that one rolls out. And then finally, Forkus.
Yep.
This is a terrifying hero. Forkus blows up anyone running a Rogan. And for Moptosh to have made it to, the top 16 just from by default, and then also getting himself a matchup against someone with a Rogan, this is big for him because the Rogan buff triggering Forkus is massive, right? Absolutely massive. So yeah, I love it. Absolutely love it.
Correct me if I'm wrong. That's Orb of Annihilation on Forces, right?
Yeah, it is indeed. So he gets the added skill damage,
energy and skill damage. That's insane. Yeah,
so we could see big numbers from this Forkus. Very nice. But then, of course, Brad's team is beautiful. Like, everything Brad is running makes sense. We've got a Melodic Strings HXC, so building that for damage. We've got a Magic Source wall deck again. Maybe I would have done some switching around with artifacts that are energy artifacts, but again, I'm not going to make the same conversations over and over. We've got ourselves a Ruyi Scepter Unimax 3000. Love that. And then, of course, the Speedy Nakia. And one thing for Brad, his Nakia is slower than Moptosh's. Will that come into play? I do not know, so we'll have to wait and see. And then we have the Aspen. That should be fun. That should be real fun. But I think the big thing here is that Unimax. If that taunts the Faithblade or the Forkus, it's going to sting Moptosh. He's not going to enjoy that. But then again, he's got the Saja, which is aggressive. But then Brad's got the wall deck, which is aggressive. I don't know who's got this fight, really.
No, this could go either way. Both these teams look insane.
Yeah. What similar heroes have we got? So we've got Speed Ties on the Holmeses. They're both in the front, so they're dodging Unimax and Nakia. So literally, that's going to be attacker's advantage with the HXC. Both are running Nakia, which is brilliant. Both are running Rogan. And then that's where the similarities end. That's it. So we've got Waldeck, Aspen, Unimax, and then we've got Saja, Faithblade, Forkus. Half of them are the same, half of them are different. You love it. It's variation and meta at the same time. You can tell the good heroes are HXC, Rogan, and Nakia, right? They're like the top 3.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. So we're gonna have to go see how this one plays out. I am very excited. Who's your money on, Afflicted, if you really had to stretch a gamble?
Well, I do know Brad for a lot. Like, I know him pretty well, and I would have to. I don't want to go against him, so okay. I got to go with Brad here. Just for favoritism. But also, I like Moptosh too. So it's just, but just looking at it, I really want to see that Forces pop off.
Yeah. Now, see, for me, I want Brad to do well because the Aspen is spicy. Waldeck, I love. And then Unimax, I just think it's a great hero. And even though Moptosh is running a very similar lineup to mine, the only difference being the fork is I just don't want to face Moptosh. I want Moptosh to lose. I don't want to face that Forces. I'm honest. That's going to be horrible. So
for sure.
We're just going to go see what happens, guys. Let's bring it in. We've got our first fight here. Moptosh as the aggressor. Good luck is all we can say. So, oh, this could go either way. So Nakia goes.
Good.
Now, the opposing Nakia. So the artifact not really mattering there. Yeah. The taunt. Oh, that's a triple taunt. Forkus is taunted. So's Faithblade. The Saja killing the Aspen. That's massive. And the doves. That's the attacker's advantage.
I don't even. Yeah, 3 doves on the last 3 people. Oh god.
Yeah.
Faithblade just destroyed Unimax there.
That is all I can say to that. Just
yeah.
Wow.
That was.
Speed.
That Saja just popped off there with those hits.
Assassins are quick, and I think that's the thing. A lot of teams probably need to be running someone like at least Faithblade or Saja to pop in, but both of them together. Le Spice. That's what it is. It's very, very good. So, yeah, really nice first win there from Moptosh. Very decisive, excellently crafted team. Very well played. And that is going to be a straight up 1 point for Moptosh. So yeah, very clean early victory. No defensive wins yet.
And that was with Unimax getting good taunts off too. So
it was.
You had to think about that.
Yeah, but that's the thing. His Holmes Young is built and put in such a position that Unimax's taunt isn't going to bother him. And that was attacker's advantage. We have to admit that Moptosh's Holmes Young only went first because of a speed tie. So we will see Brad's go first this time. That could make a difference. So here we go. Let's see if we can see similar things, but this time with a taunt and then doves from Brad. Because if that becomes the case with this one, where it comes down to literally the Holmes Young doves, we're in for a very interesting battle.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it makes me wonder, like, Unimax on the front line? Maybe not. Like, maybe put some more heroes like Aspen to keep them safe.
That taunt is huge.
Yeah, I think one oversight from Brad is Aspen's his lowest HP. And Saja got the stun on the Holmes, though. Oh, no. Oh, that's unfortunate. And even the
tie doesn't matter when you're CC'd, I guess.
Yep. And there's the focus.
Oh, sheesh. That was some good CC both ways.
Yeah. And that's the thing.
Couldn't keep up with the damage.
No, Saja CCs though. It's huge, man. It really is. Yeah, it's tough. It's really tough. Like, Moptosh's team is doing wonderfully. But yeah, I think one oversight from Brad here is he didn't check who his lowest HP heroes were, and one just so happened to be one of his biggest damage dealers, Aspen. Now already he's at a speed disadvantage, but if your HP is that low that he's getting targeted, that's worrying. That really is worrying. So that's going to be a defensive win there, which is really nice for Moptosh. Well played, excellently done, and we see a very, very potential chance of a 3-0 sweep against a person who swept 3-0 in the first round. So how times are changing for Brad. Very interesting.
Yeah, that's what makes this tournament really fun, is that your team could destroy one team and then just get wrecked by another. Just depends on how your team works against others, and you got to be cautious with that.
Yeah, and we've got to admit that Brad had the advantage against that last team he faced because he had the guild tech advantage, which is a big advantage to have. But now that is evenly matched, it really starts to test him. And the funny thing is, Moptosh has just said in chat he thinks he's high rolling. He thinks his team is getting high rolls off. And potentially that stun on the opposing Holmes Young was a high roll. But now you're the aggressor again. You've got the speed advantage. So Brad is going to need to pull something out of his backside. Or your Saja clutched it for you, getting that stun on the Holmes. And I'd take the W if it comes. That's the beauty of it. So yeah, let's go. Let's switch it in. See how you do, Moptosh. And here's hoping we get a good fight. Brad, best of luck to you, buddy. Hopefully,
yeah, exactly like Moptosh said, Brad's team's not weak. It's just, it's just getting outdone right now.
Yeah, it's just unlucky. Now, let's see. There's the taunt. the taunt again. That's a triple taunt. That's beautiful. There's the Sarja. Okay, Aspen lived. That's what we want to see here. Really good. Really, really good. The Waldeck is dead. Now, the question, though, is, are those doves going to shut you down?
Oh.
Yes, they are. That's it. It's a shame.
Wow.
And it all comes down to that speed. And when there's a speed tie and no way around it, sometimes if you get a clutch win as a defender, which Moptosh did, that's enough to seal it. And it might have been a high roll. There are arguments to be made from people going back analyzing these fights that literally the stun on that Holmes Young made the difference. But yeah, Sarja being fast, having the ability to CC, it is a strength. And it was enough to push you ahead of Brad. And unfortunately, that sends Brad home and pushes Moptosh into our top 8. Well played from both. Brad's team, brilliant. I would love to see you come back again with even the same lineup. I'm sure it'll do great. Just maybe a little bit of refining on artifact decisions or whatnot. But either way,
Aspen lowest HP change for sure.
Yeah, I'd have run a speed HP Aspen. I would have definitely just built him as tanky as I could. But yeah, it was a good match. And you know what? Just for people at home, I want to go with Brad as an attacker. Just to see if what would happen if Brad's Holmes is able to go ahead and get
his one chance at attacker's advantage. He got CC.
Yeah. And that's a shame. It really is. So I just want to go and do one more fight with Brad in the driver's seat, just for Brad, so we can leave with his head held high, or if he can see if there's some more refinement to make. So things crack off again. Same thing. We're going to see the Unimax this time from Brad come in, taunting no one. Oof, that is rough. But then again, we might still get the Holmes Young active here. Watch for it. Here it comes. There it is. So we could get some really good doves here. There you go. Doving the opposing Holmes Young. That's huge. 4 kisses down. Yeah. The Faithblade drops. So different.
Waldeck. It literally came down to that clutch Sarja stun.
Yeah.
That is insane.
Absolutely mad.
That's insane.
And that's one thing about these tournaments. Just because a team looks weak, it's not. Right? Sometimes it just comes down to some ridiculous high rolls or low rolls. And Moptosh clutched it. Absolutely did. And Brad, honestly, you run that back, I think you could win that one again. So that's a real shame. That's a real shame, Brad. Good team. Really good team. Maybe the Aspen needs a little bit of refinement, though. But other than that, excellent lineup. Really good heroes. Well put together. Smart choices. And yeah, sometimes it is a CC roll. You are absolutely right there, folks. So here we go. That is, unfortunately, a goodbye to Brad, but very good team. I would not be disappointed with that performance. So really, really good. Next up, we're going to go ahead and switch across to our next matchup for the second half of the top 16, which is hopefully going to be exciting. Let's go take a look at who we have.
It's a great one. It's going to be a good one.
Oh, we have Bendy Man and Talking Scribe. Oh, what is there to say about this? Bendy Man has been arguing very aggressively that Gloria is the best hero in the world, and almost went so far as to name themselves Gloria better than MK, basically, was what he was going to do. And I was like, no, you're not allowed to make your on-screen name that unless you can beat me with your Gloria. And he was like, oh, fair, okay. But yeah, we'll try and get ourselves these teams to you as soon as possible, just after we reset the scorecards. But yeah, so these teams are starting to look pretty interesting. We're getting some definitive wins here. It's looking a little terrifying. Moptosh's team quite similar to mine, that Forkis being the only difference. I was running carry instead. Curious how that matchup plays out. And yeah, I think we'll see potentially more assassin teams moving forwards. So yeah, who knows at this point. Bendy Man is the attacker for this, so let's switch that in. And Bendy Man, ooh, interesting team. I can't wait for you guys to see this. And I know what Scribe's running. It's very... Scribe last time was trying to run all the new heroes and decided, yeah, that's a bad idea. I'm going to run a good team this time. So here you go, folks. Take a look at these. We have Ada with energy, Holmes Young with energy, and a Snowheart. Excellent decision. We have a speed artifact carry there with a Warhammer of Hopelessness. I guess that's the only speed artifact you had. We got a Crown on a Rogan with an energy Tix and a Ruyi Scepter Gloria. No melodic strings. on this team, unfortunately. But yeah, very, very nice. Very nice. And then we have as well a Scribe. Scribe is running Assassins.
Scribe.
Yeah. He's running Sarja, he's running Faithblade, and he's running Rogan. So the classic trio that we've seen do so well in the past. We've got a Holmes Young in there with a Snowheart. Excellent decision with speed HP as well. Really, really well built hero. And then, of course, we have Azrael with a Melodic Strings. What a bold choice to run it on him instead of Sarja. But you know what? It might work. And then Mim. An attack, Golden Crown, Mim. This should be good. So what do you think of these matchups? What do you think of these teams, Afflicted?
Well, first off, Smeegs is asking Scribe, where's the Morax? And I kind of have to agree. Where is he? You know, he's all talking, back it up in this.
Oh,
like,
he's got him as an E5 on this account to be his carry hero to do game modes for him whilst he's building 10 stars. So don't worry, it's in the account. It's just not built.
It's just not available. He said next season.
Okay. We'll see.
Okay, I'm excited to see that. Okay, so we got an Ada here. That's gonna be fun to see how she interacts against this. Both running Rogans. I don't know. This Gloria Bendy Man's gonna have to back it up because I don't know if I can see her doing
I think it's
enough to take down Scribe's team.
I think it's bollocks, mate. I think Gloria's crap, I'll be honest. Because Gloria runs into the same problem as Eloise. You have to get hit to get those stuns off. So it's just, it's asking for a major weakness. Why do you want to run a hero that says, hit me? Unless it's someone like Cruz that says, hit me and I'll shut down the entire opposing team. Like, that's a good trade. But, you know, Gloria says, hit me and I'll maybe stun someone. Like, why is it not just a Cruz?
Yeah, if you want to get hit, just go with death passive people, you know?
Yeah. It's just so much better.
Yeah, for sure.
So we are in for an interesting one here. Who do you think your money's on? I've got to be honest, I think it's going to be a win for Scribe.
I got to go with Scribe here.
Yeah.
For sure.
All right, so let's see how he does against a Bendy Man. A Bendy Man is going to be our attacker, so best of luck to you, Bendy Man. You get the attacker's advantage in this first fight, and we will see what happens. So, folks, let's put in the team. Let's throw things in. Bendy Man is running, as you can see here. Ada, Holmes Young, Carrie, Rogan, and Tix with a Gloria in slot 6. A very bold choice. The weakest hero, in my opinion, on this team. Should be a Cruz.
5v6.
Yep. 5v6.
Talking Scribe says.
Yep. 5 real heroes. Yeah.
Scribe running Wolf Pet for, you know, the bleed synergy, I guess.
I like that. It's fun. I mean, it doesn't give as good stats as the Dragon does, but I think he's using Dragon as his main monster, so.
Gloria is stunned.
Yep, the irony. Wow. Speed matters, bro. Oh, Holmes.
Oh, Holmes popping off there.
They're double doves, only to get torn apart by Mim. Just watch it. Oh,
Holmes captured him. He's like, oh yeah, I can do that too.
Oh, and Azrael just finishing. Oh, dude, look at those damage numbers. So clean. It's a cone of damage.
The best thing is the first round, Gloria gets stunned.
Yep.
That was just too good.
Oh yeah. Beautiful. I love it. That's a really, really solid lineup. Very nicely done. So that is going to be a clean, not just a win for Scribe, but a defensive win as well. So he can lose as an attacker and still be in a good position for this. So yeah.
He says Wolf for higher attack.
Nice.
Gee.
Nice.
Makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a holy damage man myself, so I'll take Phoenix and Dragon anytime. But yeah, no, I feel you. That's Wolf's aggressive. We like aggressive. So yeah, and now we're going to switch across to Scribe as the aggressor himself. So this is only looking worse for Bendy Man. Here we go. Can you bend back with a comeback? Yeah, I'm ashamed of that one. I'm ashamed. But either way, there you go. It's a Sarja, Faithblade, Holmes Young, Rogan, Azrael, and Mim. Here comes the damage. Bendy Man, can you put it up? Ooh, Carry with the clutch energy steal on the Faithblade. That might make a difference. That's a window for Tix to come through. But, oh, never mind. Tix is dead. Sorry, Bendy Man. Oh, Ada's dead. Oh, everyone's dead. Oh, it's Carnage.
It's a massacre.
Yep, it really is. Oh, the Azrael coming in, killing, smacking back. And then Holmes finishing that Gloria.
I mean, when the only person you can kill is a man that does it to himself, it's kind of sad.
Yeah, it's just unfun. Like, he's not even really dead. He's coming back next round. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
oh dear me. Bendy Man, Bendy Man, Bendy Man.
Making excuses in chat to not hate on Gloria as much. So,
Bro, I think you just need to build a better team. Let's be real. Hey, at least he's running Rogan. We've seen a few people still not doing that, so that's
yeah, that's true.
That's interesting. But hey, here we go. We've got Bendy Man as the aggressor now. Will attacker's advantage give him the win against Scribe? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
No. So let's see it come down to the final fight, or will it just be 3-0? Here we go, folks. It'll be a good one. Beauty.
Beauty.
Carry. Energy stealing Azrael. He's got a melodic strings. That could be good. But Carry is dead and Tix is dead. Oh.
Tix is immediately dead.
Oh, Holmes hasn't even done anything. Rogan, Faithblade, and Sarge are already acting. Holmes just here to dove the heroes that don't even do much. Rogan and Gloria. Like, Rogan's done what he needs to do as soon as he walks in the battlefield. He like walks through the door and goes, "Yep, hello, bye-bye." That's it.
I'm that man. That's it.
I showed up. And wow, there it is.
So I don't get sued.
Beautiful.
Wow.
So Scribe getting a second defensive win there, a very decisive victory. A Bendy Man is knocked out of the tournament. Scribe moves to our top 8, and we have a beautiful Saja, Faithblade, Rogan team with a Holmes Young, Azrael, and Mim making it through to the top 8. So yeah, really love to see teams like that making it through, although it is starting to get quite repetitive at this point, so things may mix up when we lose Rogan if we do go ahead and ban him. Not for this next tournament after this one, but it would be February, so we decided no bans, no changes to any hero progression lists until we've got at least 3 tournaments down and had a look at the data. But it is looking very much like Rogan could go. If he does, things will happen. And I mean things as in we could see changes, assassin teams no longer being as good as they are. Maybe they will be, but it might put them in check because heroes like Ada will be quicker, and getting an Ada mark put on you could be quite nasty. And yeah, so I wouldn't get too upset if Rogan goes. I think it'll only make things funner for everybody else.
I think it'll be a positive change for sure.
Yeah, everyone will just start losing to Waldex instead. But yeah, so what I'm expecting now is more of the same. So let's go have a look at what we've got finally here in this next matchup. It's going to be, one person we haven't seen yet. It's going to be Stewie versus the Fate, and the Fate's team was spicy, and Stewie, our aggressor.
Like Fate's team.
Yeah, so was Fate the one running the Aiden, if I remember?
Yep.
And, Stewie's team is spicy as well. This is... You're in for a treat, ladies and gentlemen, with this next lineup, because these two teams are fun. I don't mind who wins this. So, folks, let's get this on screen for you so you can enjoy what you're about to witness, which is Stewie and the Fate. Stewie's bringing in a melodic strings speed attack Saja, very nice, with a Holmes Young that's also speed attack, but with a Snow Heart. Good choice. We have on the back line a very tanky HP Golden Crown Garuda and a speed crit for a carry here with a magic source. I guess she's just there to go steal energy and that's it. We've then got a speed at HP Demon Bell Tix. I like that. And then finally just a very simple, very modest Magic Stone Sword Rogan built for speed. So that's a very standard lineup. Really good heroes. Garuda to counter Mims. Can't really go wrong. On the topic of Mims, we have Fate, who is coming with the closest thing to Mim Cheese in this tournament we've seen. We've got Waldeck, we've got Aiden, we've got Tix, and then Carry and Rogan, just good heroes there, alongside a very, very healthy attack, skill damage Mim. Crazy. Who do you think could take this one?
Just looking at it right away, I think the Fate. I have high hopes for the Fate's team. It looks really good.
Yeah.
And that Garuda without S3 stone could cause problems. So we'll just have to see.
Yeah, she's built tankily though, but I think a tanky Garuda going up against a team which has got ticks and carry, I don't think that Garuda's going to do too much. They're like classic Garuda counters. Like, we know how to counter Garudas. Garuda is the problem in a lot of PvE, and carry and ticks both do that very decisively, so you might see Stewie getting a little checked here. But then again, Garuda does counter Mim, so things could go either way. The Aiden, I think we're going to get see some big damage. We're going to get to see him do something very exciting.
We didn't get to see him do anything last fight, right? He kind of just was there.
Yeah, and I've seen this Aiden in action. I promise you, ladies and gentlemen, this Aiden will be good, right? When he finally gets to do what he's built to do, he's here to punish glass cannon teams. And a lot of the lineups you've seen, like mine, Moptosh's, Scribes, we are building squishy wishy assassins, right? So as soon as an Aiden shows up and stonewalls us, things could go very badly very quickly. So I wouldn't go discounting the Fates team, although he does need to get past Stewie, who is running a pretty mid-range team. The assassins here are Saja and Rogan, but he's not strayed away from using ticks or Holmes Young and things like that. And the ticks will pay off, I think. I think Fate's team is not so fast that Ticks is going to get punished, so we will see hopefully a good performance there. But then the Fate also has a Ticks of his own with a melodic string, so make of that what you will.
Yeah, his Ticks does a lot of damage with that melodic strings.
Oh yeah.
So for sure,
we can only expect good things from this fight. I hope the Fate wins, but Stewie also knows how to put a good team together. So yeah, let's see how this goes. Best of luck to both contenders. Stewie, our aggressor, Fate, our defender, and we need to go ahead and put in Stewie's lineup. Scribe, I'm assuming Stewie's lineup is all clean and prepped because he does not have an E5, so he doesn't have a preset. So I assume his heroes are properly equipped.
Yeah, checked a few minutes ago. Should be good.
Perfect. All right, let me put things together for you here on stream, and we will go ahead and see it happen. So, of course, if you guys didn't see, we were using a Saja, a Holmes, a Garuda, a Carry, a Tix, and finally, a Rogan. So this should be pretty fun. We're going to be using Phoenix as our pet. Best of luck to you. Here we go.
I'm excited to see this one.
Oh, yeah. So, whoa, Tix is dead already.
Oh my gosh.
But then again, don't get too expectant of bad things here, because this is what we want for the Fate. We want Tix to die. We want the Aiden to die. We want the Waldeck to die, because that's a lot of damage. That said, though, will they do their passive damage if they're dubbed? We'll have to see.
I'm not sure.
So here comes the Tix. Oh!
Wow. Wow.
Oh, you can't do anything if you're dead.
I did not expect that. That getting that Tix dead right away is without his active off really showed how strong it can be.
Oh yeah, and the big thing that we didn't even mention going into this fight is that Stewie is running a Energy Holmes Young, and Fate isn't. Energy Holmes Young is a very, very good hero. We saw the Doves really come into play here, so that's going to be a straight up aggressive win for Stewie. Very nice.
Yeah. That was a good fight right there. That was just instant death. Yeah,
this could be the first fight that we're wrong about who we think is going to win, which I like. I like it when teams defy expectations. That said, we saw Terra get the reverse sweep, so anything's possible. This wouldn't be an IHXC without a reverse sweep. So next we're pulling in with Stewie versus the Fate. So the Fate, I need to go find Stewie as an opponent. There he is. And let's go pull this one in. Fun thing is the Ice Pet here, this lovely suicide-based team. Let's see how it holds against Stewie. Good luck, Fate. Okay, will your Aiden get that big damage? Let's see it. Come on, he's low health. There it is. Oh, look at all that damage. Ooh. But it might not be enough. Waldeck should get an active here by the looks of things, which is going to be massive if it comes through.
He doesn't get dubbed.
That's true. Oh, there's not the dove there on the Waldeck, which means he could potentially come through. Oh, but then the Ticks.
Oh.
Will Mim get the damage over time? I don't think it's going to matter because there is the Garuda.
Yeah, that Garuda with her active.
Carry my energy steal. She didn't.
Oh.
Wow.
Wow.
That was close. That was very close.
Yeah, that was close.
Look at Aiden's damage.
Yeah.
Not bad. 4 million. So there is potential here for Fate, but I think Stevie getting that second win, man. Scary. Very scary.
It is scary.
So we are going to see here a defensive win now for Stevie. Also, that puts him at a very solid 2-0. So Fate needs to pull a reverse sweep or goes home with a loss. So, folks, this could be very, very, very interesting if Fate can come back with a win, or Stevie sets himself up as someone running a very decisive, well-built mid-range team, which is nice. It's good to see a team that's not so pure fuel and aggression for a change. It's good. Good to see Ticks coming back, but it could be his downfall. We could find faster teams will punish him later on. Who knows? Either way, folks, let's bring it in here with Stevie once more. We have Sarja, Holmes Young, Garuda, Carrie, Ticks, and Rogan. Let's bring it.
Let's see it.
Okay. As usual, Sarja comes in.
That Ticks dying right off the bat is just so bad.
Yeah, it might be a problem with not focusing on who your lowest HP heroes are, but then again, who else are you going to make? Waldeck, lowest HP potentially?
Waldeck, probably, yeah.
Yeah, or even Rogan. Just let the Rogan die. I'd probably go for that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, because at this point you're doved. There's the Ticks. Mim survives. There could be big damage here, maybe? Wow! But Garuda lives.
Gosh.
Carrie might steal this again. Unlikely, though. Oh, you need a Sherlock or an Azrael or something to go with this carry. You cannot win a 2v1 here, I do not think. Yeah, that Garuda has an active. You're going to need some crazy luck to steal her energy. You get it.
Oh.
But there's no heal.
Yeah, it's just, wow. That was a lot of damage, but it just wasn't enough.
Yeah, so there you go, Fate, my friend, your team getting pushed to the limits, and you get to see what the Garuda counter feels like. That is a hero that has totally shut you down there, and you need something. You need something to counter Garudas, whether it's a Sherlock, whether it's another Garuda of your own. Heck, it could have been an Azrael to lock in and get her taken down. But unfortunately, that's the way it goes, and your team goes home 3-0 swept by Stewie. Well played, though. We really like your lineup. One of our favorites that we've seen. So definitely turning heads. So a huge, huge win there for Stewie. But nonetheless, the Fate, we like it. It's a good team.
It got hard countered by that Garuda. That Garuda, your team, the team bursts, but that's what fuels Garuda. It just heals her back up, and you just got nothing to deal with her after everybody's dead. Yeah.
It's unfortunate, but that's just the way it goes. So... yeah, sad but true, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm. Great teams, though. Great teams.
Oh, yeah, for sure. So now we're going to go ahead and see our final matchup, I believe, of the top 16, which is going to be sad to see you guys go. But, of course, day one is only the beginning. We have a top 8 coming up tomorrow. So if you want to see how the top 8 bracket goes, who takes the win, losers should be very exciting with people getting knocked down and then making comebacks through and big fights against each other. So yeah, we could see some interesting stuff coming on. So we approach now the final matchup, which is BB1, a complete unknown, and John, whose team you haven't even seen yet. So it's nice to finish on accounts whose teams we really have no idea what they're doing.
Yeah, we haven't seen these guys yet, and their teams are very interesting.
Yeah, so
to say the least.
John is bringing a hero who is not even elite, so we see another non-elite hero, like Karma, like Aiden, both been eliminated. So this is John to rep the non-elites. And we have BB, whose team I haven't even seen yet. So I'm excited. Oh, wow. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. Okay, folks, get a load of this real quick. Check out these teams right here. We have... John with a slot 1 Garuda and a slot 1 Holmes. That's fair. That dodges a lot of disruption, so no Unimaxes to worry about. And then on the back line, an Energy Ticks. Love to see it. A Rogan with a Punisher. Bold. And then we've got Fiona and Ormus. And Ormus is crazy, because you've got the Fiona shields and the Ormus heals. Almost rhymes. It's
Antler's Cane.
Yeah, Antler's Cane Ormus, bro. I would have put an energy artifact on him, to be honest.
Yeah, more than likely.
I had to put an energy artifact on the Homes as well. I think Receptor Homes is bold. But yeah, there's no carry to worry about. BB1 coming in with his own Receptor Homes Young, so that's nice. And then I think, is that only a Soulstone 2? Ooh, he's going to lose the Speed Wars, and he doesn't have Mage Armor either. So BB1 putting a solid effort in. Maybe that's why he went with the Receptor, just to try and outspeed. We've got another slot 1 Garuda. We've got another Fiona. So it's good to see tankiness and mid-ranginess, because that's what won Stewie the fight. So it's good to see that as well. Another Rogan. But Valentino with a Celestial 4-stone and 4-star armor. That's... yeah, it's interesting.
It's something.
Yeah, it really is. And then Rogan with, I think that's crit attack and a fearless armor. So crazy. So we get shields from Freya and from Fiona. Honestly, this should be really interesting, because these teams, they're similar but different. I think Ticks makes the difference here. I think John's just going to sweep with the Ticks.
The faster Homes and the Ticks is going to be the difference.
Yeah, my money's on John for this. So
I agree. Good
luck to BB, but John, I think this is yours. So folks, let's go ahead and put these teams to the test. And yeah, it's been a good day one. So Afflicted, have you taken from this? What are your conclusions from the beginning? You know, what if you think that's worked? What do you think that hasn't worked for people today?
Well, so far there's only been one matchup that was not a 3-0 victory.
Very true.
That was Terra versus Nex. So it's just been, I mean, there's been some close fights, but it's still been pretty one-sided throughout this whole day. And I'm just eager to see how that's going to translate over in tomorrow in top 8, and like see how the teams that swept, you know, go against each other and how they interact.
Yeah, because I think that's what I've noticed about these tournaments. Things get way more interesting when losers start fighting each other, because you get to see those teams that got swept in action, which we'll see tomorrow when the losers bracket starts opening up. And we'll also get to see winners start fighting each other and really see them push to the edge. Teams we thought were good, getting high rolled against. I mean, you say that we've had these 3-0 sweeps, but one of them shouldn't have even been a 3-0 sweep. Like Moptosh versus Brad was just a lucky stun from Asaja, and that could happen tomorrow. We could see some high rolls, we could see some low rolls, and I think that's the nice thing about the losers bracket. You could see someone get beaten, pushed into losers, and then come back and then just defeat the guy who beat them in the first place, which is crazy. Yeah. So anything can happen tomorrow, I think. I think that's the fun thing. If you're watching this video like, oh, this looks like a cool thing, and you've made it this far, definitely check out the next video in the series, which is going to be day 2 of this if you're watching in the future. And of course, if you're joining us live, come join us tomorrow, where we'll be going live at the exact same time for more PvP action from some very, very high-end IHXC teams. But of course, this is not the end. We have John versus BB1, 2 teams we have not seen in action. So let's go here with what should be an exciting end to what has already been an exciting tournament. So let us go. John versus BB. We have the Dragon Pet and Ormus, 2 interesting heroes there.
With Antlers Cane.
Yeah, with some very solid standard heroes as well. We got the Garuda Fiona pick, and then the aggressive Ticks, which you'll love to see. So here we go. Best of luck, John. Let's see how this plays out. So who's going first? Is it Holmes? Oh, Receptor Holmes, yeah. Straight in, and then joining in his own attack there. Now, the opposing Holmes, who's also a Receptor Holmes, is next up. That's going to be wild. There's the Ticks. Boom! Massive damage. Oh, you might just kill that Garuda. You never know. You might kill the Holmes even. You say the slower Holmes might get the win here, but I think the alive Holmes is going to get the win. Valentino? Does he get a stun? No.
Nothing. You got nothing.
That is such a shame. Valentino's a cool hero, but I think in this meta, not as good as he could be. We did see Valentino in the last tournament, though, do rather well, but not as good as he could be. Now, of course, there's more to come. Ooh, Fiona doing a good hit on that Garuda.
Yeah.
And Holmes might get the kill on the Garuda. No, but Garuda just not punching. What's going on?
Wow. That was nothing.
Yeah, it's just a round 1 active. That's a shame. Getting hit. Yeah. That's the problem with the slot 1 Garuda, actually. She gets hit enough that she could be forced into an active, which is actually kind of bad because you haven't had the chance to gain all those feathers.
Those early actives, you don't get enough buffs up.
Yeah. And oh, that's it. That's got to be home.
Yeah,
home time.
That's it.
And we'll probably see a Garuda active to get the kill here. Absolutely.
Yep.
So yeah, BB1 getting cleaned up there by John. But you never know. Things could switch up in the next fight. But of course, the stone disadvantage is really pushing John as the favor to win here. But of course, anything could happen. So yeah, decisive first win. Any thoughts about that one there, Afflicted?
It turned out how I figured it would be.
Yeah, it's fair.
Just the faster homes and it's just the ticks and all that. It's just hard to beat with a team like that.
Yeah, for sure. So here we go now, of course, to the second fight with BB1 as the aggressor this time. So we got a Garuda alongside Fiona with Holmes, Freya, the very interesting choice, with a Rogan, and finally Valentino. Our pet is Deer, actually, funnily enough. Now, I didn't think there'd be... Deer is weird, because it only makes you live more, increases your health and healing, but I don't think that's a good win condition, really. You want to damage. Killing people is more important than staying alive, I think. If you want a defensive pet, I'd probably go with the Lion, or even something just with a bit of CC in it, like a dragon or something, or a...
Lion or dragon would be a better choice, for sure.
Yeah, or Sphinx. If you want to come with the... No, or Griffin, sorry. Is it Griffin? Griffin, Sphinx, whatever you call it. The one that speed debuffs, if you're really playing for that active. But anyway, let's go see how this one comes down. We begin with, of course, the Holmeses joining in. Ticks with the active. Massive damage.
Oh, wow.
Freya taken down before she gets to do an active of her own. That Fiona trying.
Fiona did nothing.
Yeah, but the shields are too good. Like, almost hasn't even been triggered for John. Like, I want to know what this almost can do. Like, John is a smart man. He would have put almost in for a very specific reason. And you can see how this team's built. Like, it wants to be very defensively driven. And I think this is the closest thing to a defensive lineup you're going to get, which is good, because we see so many aggressive teams. But it's weird to get a defensive mirror match, really, because Garuda Fiona is probably the tankiest duo you can probably see from a competitive lineup. And then Holmes with the doves, like CC is just consistently good.
Yo.
Oh, man, that's wild. Double doves. Holmes with his own active. You know, we might see a turnaround here.
He can get some good doves going.
Yep.
He didn't dove the Garuda, though.
No, but the Fiona shields are just too strong here. And
there goes the Garuda. Yep. The second I seen that Garuda's not doved, it was over.
Oh, man. BB1 trying, but he's not getting any damage numbers off because he's just hitting shields. That's literally it. That's literally it. Just punching shields and trying his very best. But with really unupgraded heroes, unfortunately. That's a shame. I imagine his guild tech's also pretty feeble for BB1 if his stones aren't that good. Because that's one disadvantage. So. Yeah, he's trying to run a hero from every class. He's got Fiona, who's a priest. And we've got plenty others in there as well. We've got Warrior, which is Garuda. We've got Assassin, which is Rogan. We've got Mages. And I believe it's Freya a Ranger as well. Have we got the whole bunch? Oh.
Yeah, Freya's a Ranger.
Oh, dear. So BB's decided to put his first team as a complete class soup, which is pretty tough. I mean, that's not going to win if you can't put together the guild tech. An oversight. Absolute oversight. We've seen that from a lot of people today where they've tried to put a team together and just not have the guild tech because they have forgotten that heroes need that.
Yeah, especially in something like this 10-star cup. It's every little bit helps in having that much HP and attack just gone that you could have just really set you back.
Yeah, it does. It does. It really makes a hero that you think could be interesting absolutely useless because you just can't back them up with the guild tech. So if you're going to put a team together for this, do make sure you're trying to run a very narrow team because, yeah, you could get shut down. You really could do. And we've got an interesting comment in chat where we've got someone saying Kameth is the equivalent of Unimax. Go look at Unimax's speed stat and go look at Kameth's speed stat. That is all I want to encourage you to go and do. And then add a receptor and speed difference and see if Kameth with a receptor can outspeed assassins. That is all I will ask you to do. and then you can see if that makes you have the same conclusion. Because even though their skills are similar, you can get Petrify. Unfortunately, you might find the Kammoth just is not quick enough with all the speed buffs. I thought about it myself for this tournament, but I think from my calculations, I found that Kammoth just was not quick enough. And Taunt is better than Petrify, for sure, because it forces an opponent to use their energy. So, really big difference.
And Unimax starts with full energy without having an energy artifact.
Yeah, true. And his Taunt, I think, in that active is way more consistent than Kammoth's basic attack with his Petrify. Cool hero, though. Kammoth's really fun. Like, if you can get the Petrify synergy off, there's definitely a team there, but maybe it's something for people to try. You know, maybe chat's coming up with some fun ideas. And if you in chat, if you're just making that suggestion, why not put a team together and join us in a few months' time? But yes, Kammoth is very slow. Chat has said, yeah, he is a slow boy. So speeding him up might be your issue. But then again, with Rogan gone from the tournament, that might make the difference. It might pull Assassins back just enough. But we'll see. Anyway, let's slide in with this final fight. Or maybe BB gets a comeback. We'll see. Either way, John is our aggressor now with his lovely mid-range team here. Let's see how he does against BB for a third time. Are we expecting a 3-0 sweep here, Afflicted?
Yeah. I don't see how it wouldn't be.
Yeah, I think the guild tech's too thin.
They've been breaking through the shields for the most part.
Yeah, they just fall over like tissue paper from that Tix active. Like Tix is so good. Like I love what John's doing here. Because you see a lot of people running Homes and Ticks, but then John's gone, I want to run just like tanky heroes, so Fiona for shields, almost for heals, and then Garuda to stay alive. It's an interesting trio, and I think a lot of teams are doing that, where they're running 3 heroes to just be good disruption, and then 3 heroes to be a unit to work together as like a kind of core. So you'll see people using Rogan with... I mean, everyone's running Rogan, but you could see Saja, Faithblade, and Nakia as a pretty common trio. You'll see people running the Fiona alongside the Garuda. The Ormus is an interesting addition. You'll see things added in like a Waldeck plus a Mim plus a Tix. That's always fun. But yeah, if you can find a good trio that works together, or even 4 heroes, you can just blow out teams. But the problem is,
those doves are so potent.
Oh, they really are. Like the fact, like MKxJUMP is almost a must run at this point. So yeah, just a gorgeous hero and a very decisive win for John.
Yep.
Very, very nice. So with that, John goes through to our top 8, and we actually finally, if we have a few moments for the scoreboard to update, have an opportunity to go and see who our top 8 are for tomorrow. But before we do, Afflicted, I'm going to ask you the same question I asked you at the start of this tournament, and I want to see if your mind has been changed. Who would your 6 heroes be? What artifacts would you run on them if you had to put a team together?
Oh, let's say Rogan.
Okay.
With any artifact, honestly.
Magic Source. There you go. Yeah.
Rogan, Fiona, any artifact. Holmes, Tix, and honestly, Garuda, as much as I oppose her and stuff, I kind of like her in this. Like,
yeah.
Especially with that team like that, it would be really cool. And then a 6, maybe like a carry or something.
That's solid. That's basically John's team that we're seeing on screen right now, but with a carry instead of an Ormus. So
yeah, it's so strong. It's just it's a great core. Yeah.
It's funny, chat saying invisible Rogan OP. Honestly, the amount of people that literally had like no artifacts left in the last tournament, so just put invisible on Rogan, and they were still like topping, because it doesn't matter. You're right. It doesn't matter what artifact you put on him. The only team it matters in, I think, was mine, because I want to get another kill with him before Faceblade does an active. So yeah, I'll just give him a magic source.
Did we see Ormus do much in that fight?
Oh no, the shields never dropped, so he never needed to.
I don't think he had the chance to show off what Ormus does in this team.
No, so who knows? It's attack holy damage Ormus. Like
yeah.
It's not even attack. Yeah. It's the damage Ormus. Big Daddy Ormus here to do all the killing. Beautiful.
Oh, that's great.
All right, so let's go and take a look at the final scoreboard as we leave today. This is what you're all coming here for. Let's go see what the actual result of this tournament has turned out to be for today, because we've got some big names in this top 8. So take a look at this bracket right here. So, as you can see, in the top 8 is Seoul, who is running Fortress Heroes with Rogan. You have myself, who is running an assassin team using Carry for Disruption, alongside HXXC as well. We have Terra X 420, who is running the same team as last time, and now the only Cruise left in the competition. So let's hope that Cruise can shine, baby, with all those stuns. That'll be very, very good. We've got Gimmerman, who's gone back and refined his lineup to something much more aggressive. I think there's a Mim in there as well. Very clean team with Saja, I believe. Lovely put together. And I think Moptosh is also running a very similar assassin-style team. But like mine, he's running all the same heroes. But unfortunately, instead of a carry, he's gone with the Focus. Very exciting. Now, talking Scribe, also running some assassin-style lineup with Faithblade and HXXC and Nakia and Saja. So it's good to see another team like that. So almost half the competition at this point are running assassins. But then we've also got people like Stewie and John, who are coming in with Fiona Garuda teams. So we'll love to see how they do moving forwards. In fact, I don't think Stewie had a Fiona of his own. He might have been going in with some other ways of keeping that Garuda alive. But definitely energy Tixes. So we're seeing big damage from Tixes again, but we're seeing a lot more assassins this time around. So
yeah, Stewie did not have a Fiona, so he's just let Garuda live by his team dying.
Yeah,
I would say.
So yeah, we've seen some really good teams as well from others. Like Brad's team was really well put together. Nex's team was excellent. Sedated's team as well, really, really, really clean. And yeah, we get to see what the next brackets are going to look at. We could click on the final stage, but unfortunately this is just a single elimination tournament. So this is how this day one's looking like, and then we'll go to the next stage, which will be the next part. I don't know if there is actually a second standings. I can go take a look on my end to see if I can find a second sheet. Scribe.
Yeah, just scroll up and click on final stage.
Oh yes. Oh, that's pretty. Yeah. That's what you want to see. So, matchups. Oh, Scribe against Seoul. That's fun. Oh. John versus Stewie. That's interesting.
That's a crazy matchup to have first. Like,
yeah, Garuda versus Garuda. Yeah. No! Me versus Moptosh. Another mirror match. Wow. And then Gimmerman versus Terra. Holy smokes. And the winner of those fights goes on to fight. Like, so it'd be me and Moptosh. Whoever wins that fights Gimmerman and Terra. And then Scribe and Seoul will go on to fight either John or Stewie. And then there's the knockdown. So the loser of Scribe and Seoul will fight then either John or Stewie. And then the same with me and Moptosh and Gimmerman and Terra. Oh, goodness. This is going to set up for an amazing day 2. Oh, I'm excited. And chat yelling at me to give a shout out to Smeegs, our previous commentator, and of course our sponsor for all IHXCs, Smears Cheese, the well-known Australian cheese brand that we invented purely for this. It's definitely well known. It's well known amongst us anyway. Beautiful stuff. Man. Have you tried Smears Cheese Afflicted?
I have not. It's I haven't got my shipment in yet.
Oh no, you didn't get the sweet merch from Smeegs? Oh, Smeegs, your delivery company's lacking, bro.
Yeah.
Is that the cost of living crisis? No longer US shipping. Like delayed. Like it's in New York. It's just delayed in getting it from New York to Illinois. Yeah. Oh, brilliant. But yeah, that's folks, great. Absolute pleasure to join you today for this tournament. Very fun. We will see you tomorrow. And hopefully the top 8 does not disappoint. We've got some fantastic teams, and I cannot wait to see what happens. Afflicted, any final thoughts for tomorrow?
I don't see how the top 8 could disappoint. Every one of these teams are amazing, and the first matchups couldn't be better to be first because John Nomad versus Stewie, Talking Scribe versus Seoul, you versus Moptosh, Bendy Man versus Terra. Those are all just perfectly matched up together just to see how carnage just lets loose on the first day.
Who do you think could win?
Honestly, I want to see more from John Nomad's team before I can say anything, because we didn't really get to see his orbs shine. But from first thoughts, Seoul, man, he dominated. Like, he's crazy with his account.
He is. And I don't want to say Seoul's gonna win this. I want to say, between me and Moptosh, I want one of me and him too, because we've come and taken the team that Seoul had last time and reinvented it. So I would like to see myself or Moptosh come with a win here. But yeah, I guess that's a little bit of, I guess, what's the word? Bias? Yeah, it's bias for sure.
Copium? I mean...
copium? Yeah, okay. Thanks, man.
Hey, I want to see you two go far. It would be great. You guys got great teams. I love the way your team works. It's always, ever since you showed it to me, it's so fascinating. I love it.
Although Seoul's just like, nah, I'm just going to throw all the good Fortress heroes together and shove a Rogan in it and call it a team. And it works. It works, bro. You got 2 heroes that can dove, and then you got Fiona with the shields. It's like, it's such a mid-range team, but it's clean. You've got the Unimax, man. You can't go wrong with the Unimax. I think that's the big thing we're learning from this tournament, is that Unimax just continues to impress. But everyone's like, I think what's happened, I think this is my final thoughts for this, is everyone's gone, whoa, Unimax is cool, and just forgotten that Cruce exists, because you don't want to put a Receptor on the Cruce if it's already on your Unimax, right? Because you can only run one Receptor. So if you had to choose, where would you put your Receptor? Would it be a Cruce or a Unimax Afflicted?
I would have to go with Unimax. I love the way he interacts, and I would say it's a lot safer. It's not as big of a payoff as Cruise, but if you get those 3 or 4, or even just 2 important taunts, it can mean the win for you.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And sometimes that's the difference. Like, Cruise can get one shot, or even Cruise doesn't get hit hard enough, because you've got to find this balance between how healthy and how weak you make your Cruise. And it's better to err to the side of healthiness. But then we saw poor Terra, one of those fights, his Cruise didn't even get triggered. I mean, he won it, but his Cruise just didn't even trigger. So it was weird. And
the only thing that could really, stop Unimax is getting his energy drained.
Yeah.
First round, but that takes a super fast carry.
For sure.
Yeah.
I'm scared. I will be honest, I'm very scared how this is going to play out. I don't know who's got the better team out of me and Moptosh. I don't know if Seoul can make it all the way. I don't know if Garuda-based teams from John and Stewie are good enough. And Terra X coming out with the old meta, the only representative of Cruce, and the carry Sherlock combo is good. It won him almost all of his fights. So we'll have to see. But until next time, folks, stay pretty. We'll catch you at the same time tomorrow, which will be, I believe, 8 p.m. GMT. That's Universal Time. So join us then, which is the same time this one started. There will be a window where you can join and say hi on YouTube before the stream starts. And then, of course, things will go live. We will see you then. If you're watching here on YouTube, as you were watching the stream in the past, well, it's good to see you here. And hopefully you enjoy this and can hopefully join us for more tournaments. If you want rules, you can find them in our Discord. Don't forget to join us there. And yeah, let us know how you're enjoying this, and let us know what teams you would put together, because potentially with future bans coming up, we're going to see some mix-ups. And I think heroes like Waldeck, who are still pretty underrepresented. Underrepresented? Yes, represented. I don't know what the word is, but they're not being shown off as well as they could be. So